Today, something massive happened, all right? Something massive happened, and it's, there was the big reveal of, like, the mad Mew, like, new secret dialogue, all right? It just sparked a lot of ideas. We were planning to do this. I was, like, keeping to myself, until now, like, the real reason why Toby only, like, revealed now this whole shit. It was because of us, because he had this camera in our computers, like, listening to us, like planning or did this podcast. I'll start tomorrow. I'm gonna drop the biggest bombshell just the day before they start. They did that just for us. It's probably just a wrench in our like whole system, because they knew we're already like piecing everything together. Like, it's just a new like bone to like make us to go a little bit insane. I don't know. Also, let me read chat. The blue Chinese account. Hi Cherry. Yeah. Only to you, precious turf. Okay, being mean. Fatty, massive. You know what else is massive? Yes. Me. I guess, whatever. But so, here's the new dialogue, and this is, by the way, if you don't know, this is like, you see the sprites of like Chris and the Noel, when they're gonna drown themselves epic style. Look at this. This is our antagonist, this is our greatest like enemy, Mr. Dr. Gasser, right? And you can literally see his face right here. You could see his face in the Titan and all that shit. It's just, Toby's just been edging us since the beginning, but here we are with the new text. So, we're basically how it's gonna happen, like, we both like gonna draw as well, like, as we like exchange and this shit, like, this is gonna be our big schizo conspiracy board, you understand? Over time, as we build these theories, and eventually we know for sure that we are gonna find the truth, because all the elements are here, in it. You've said it yourself as well, Jerry.
Right. I think if we really just lock in, like I said, we're over the halfway point of the game, and especially with this big lore dump now, all of a sudden with the Mew shop, I feel like we can come up with something here.
Yeah, definitely. All the points, story in general, like, there's like all, and it's just something in the middle. There's just something in the middle, and if we find that, we're already finished. We know everything. I already have my theories, but today is gonna be something that helps us go towards that, and it's the new, like, a brand new, like, drop on us. Yeah, so, like, okay, basically it starts with, like, suddenly the shopkeeper's body took your hand and talked in a low voice only you could hear. So, like, first of all, to trigger this event, it's like, you need to have, like, done the... What did you need again?
To get this dialogue, you need to collect the Chapter 5 egg, and you have to find friend, who you can find in...
the top right of that, like, one platforming, like, area, right?
Yeah, it's one of the feather 2D platform areas. That's how I remember.
So is it like the Chapter 5 eggs, or do you have to have collected all the eggs?
I don't know if we know that yet.
Are you sure?
As far as I know, it's just the Chapter 5 one.
Wait, we need to look that up then, because this is like crucial information in it. Hold on. Conditions for new dialogue. Right? Apparently the only way to see this dialogue is to interact with friend and get the egg. Okay, it's only one of the eggs then. Like, you don't need to get, like, with the egg, the area, the Chapter 5 egg then. Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
Boom. Okay, interact with friend plus get egg. There we go. So that, what does that tell us already? The fact that we need to get that, because we need, like, we need to have interacted with. Why does that prompt the fact that we get, like, this new dialogue? Obviously, meta-wise, it's just Toby knows that people who, like, scrape everything that we can is gonna be, like, interested in this dialogue. But story-wise, why does the Mew get possessed or something by, or like start stalking to us about this? How do they know?
Well, obviously they're a secret boss, so they're tied to the whole shadow crystal thing.
Yeah.
Which is tied somewhat to friend. However, the egg is a new thing. I don't know if there was anything that specifically tied the eggs to anything in the game up till this point.
Yeah.
So that was a new lore drop that somehow, some way, friend and the eggs are connected. And that opens up a whole nother, like,
kind of worms.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. And then, you include... Oh, well, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just... For right now, all we know is that the egg side quest is somehow connected to the Shadow Crystal friend nightmare side quest thing going on.
Yeah. Because there's even, like, just this one I already, like, to me, that's what, like, I'm really, like, going ahead of myself, like, because, and talked in a low voice only you could hear. Like, how? Like, what does that really mean? Like, because is that, like, the same way as, like, how we only Chris ends up with the Forgotten Man? How the fuck does that happen?
Right.
Because in a low voice only you can hear, like, how?
Because, like, Relse and Susie are there.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's not like one of the egg rooms where it's just Chris in the shop. Like everyone is there right now.
That's my big problem. And also you. No, you. Is it about Chris? Because yeah, they say Chris, but it actually mean Chris, or do they think that? Because you see, for example, Noelle thinks she's talking to Chris, right? The new Chris, but it's like technically she's talking to us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like in the weird route. And here, like the same way how like she says you, but instead of like, because she thinks it's Chris that they're talking to, but it's actually to us. Maybe there's like this like mix up in a way that she's doing. Maybe. What do you think about that? Also, let's do a thing of like, when you say your stuff, like I'm gonna try like keeping up and like drawing what you say. And like when I say my stuff, you also like
Yeah, let me get my.
This always like this problem of only you could hear, like question mark, boom boom. But we may leave that on the back burner, I guess, for now. I suppose.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, is your hand okay? Hand mention.
That's huge.
Yeah, there's the whole.
All of a sudden, that's like, dude, seriously, Toby.
Yeah, do you think it's
like
do you think it's connected, or is it like just an offhand, like offhand, like bullshit, like
yeah? I mean, is your hand okay? You've got a cat bite. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. We did get a cat bite. Like we did get bitten. I didn't know what we got, but like I guess to me it was like more of a curse or something. But like I guess the damage we got was a bite from a friend. So plus how the fuck?
I mean, I feel like Chris has probably always had that because we've never seen anything like that happen, but no one has ever mentioned it until now. You would think like Susie would be like, hey Chris, what's that scar on your hand or whatever.
Yeah.
At some point, if Chris has always had it, but this is the only time that it's ever mentioned.
Yeah.
It could also be, figurative or metaphorical or whatever, but I doubt it because, I don't know, the way it's worded seems like she's being very literal. That there's just actually a bite mark.
Yeah, I
on
think
Chris's hand.
there is probably like a bite mark or like something. But at the same time though, like, the way we interacted with friend was with our soul.
Oh! No, alright, I think I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah?
I forgot to mention in order to actually unlock the dialogue.
Yeah?
In the first place, like I said, you have to find friend, but what I forgot to mention is that when you find friend in this chapter, you take damage.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean...
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah. then they got a bite. That's probably when it happened. Is that when you find friend, Chris's hand gets bit.
Yeah, but...
Okay.
But like, like when we take damage though, like we didn't, like it wasn't Chris reaching with their hands, like it was like with the soul interaction. But I don't know if like that's just me like analyzing too hard on the, actual sprites and shit, or if it's like, if it's gonna be relevant to the fact that we only can interact with friend with the soul, or maybe I'm reading too hard into it,
I'm not sure. I don't know if we can really say one way or the other right now. I mean, I would say just the path of least resistance. The most logical conclusion I think is that Chris got their hand bit, during the quest to get this extra dialogue from friend when Chris takes damage from friend. So
friend bit Chris hand. Speaking like a W streamer. Okay.
I wonder if that's going to come into play later. I wonder if it's going to be like...
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, go ahead. I think you were going to go somewhere.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking like, I don't know. Because it's really weird that there's all this build up to something happening to Chris's hand and now something does. Yeah. Like, I feel like it has to be...
Oh!
This has to be very important later.
Oh! Hey, yeah,
like, this ends up turning into something.
That's gonna sound stupid, but, like... in the Amazing Digital Circus, like, when they touch the abstracted, like monsters and shit, like, you think, like, imagine, like, basically because friend bit Chris, it's gonna like infect, or maybe like it's a blood sample, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's actually gonna go somewhere. The fact because we never interacted with friend before. Like it was always just like a I don't know. We just like a visual see him and that's it. But like this time around, there's actually something that happened. Like actual interaction. I think that's kind of huge though. There's an actual interaction.
Yeah. It's like it's not just looking from the shadows anymore. Like we actually encountered it, and maybe that's kind of like maybe that was a lot more significant than we think.
Yeah.
Maybe now that we've like interacted with it, it's like now it knows we're here.
Yeah.
You know,
oh my
now
god.
it's actually after us.
You know what cats do? You know what cats do? They use like their nose, the smell and stuff, like, you know, to spread like pheromones to like give messages to other cats. Maybe they got like the friend like got or like you know like Chris's like smell, and then they're gonna spread it everywhere.
Yeah, Chris has been marked.
Oh my god, we got like marked to death. Yeah, first interaction. Marked for friends for John Mantle. I don't know. For friends.
Yeah, I guess just for friend right now. I don't know. I mean, John Mantle is a whole nother
Can of worms.
Obviously, they're connected, but to what extent? I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. That's really like okay. There's like somewhere to go with this, because I don't think it's like something we can ignore, because I think that's like something that most people would have overlooked. You know, the thing is the first interaction. You know, I think that's huge. But
yeah.
It's
the first time that friend actually like affected the game in any meaningful capacity, and you know they do so by biting Chris's hand. Like, come on, this has got to be so huge.
And right, and I forgot to write it down, but like basically, you know, like the could lead to like, you know, Chris's lost hand. You know, like maybe it's like leprosy. Is that the word, like leper disease leads to you know, like when you like your limbs fall off and shit. Lead
maybe
to
I always heard leprosy was like your fingers kind of like start rotting. I don't know if it's your whole limb.
I actually don't know. Like maybe that's more likely that it was like fake info, to be honest, because personally, I remember like, I don't know, when I was a kid, like, you know, they were saying like, oh yeah, when you have leprosy, like your dick falls off and shit, like, you know, like, I don't know how true that is.
Well, yeah, I don't think that's probably true.
So yeah. Anywho, all right. I think we can like expand on that later. Wanna read this next entry or?
Yeah. So. Cats can be nasty creatures, can't they? Mew?
Can we extract anything from this? I mean, yeah, they're pieces of shit.
Nasty. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of hinting, be wary of cats.
Evil.
Yeah. I think it's just a simple, like, ominous
But she's a cat.
message. She is a cat, so she would know. So is Sham. That's another thing to consider. Sham is
a cat. Oh, that's a massive... Sham is a cat. Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
Sham is...
We don't know a lot about Sham.
Cat.
You know, he's playing nice right now, but you know, you never know.
Maybe we're gonna have to like fight the fuck out of him, like for the crystal, you know, for the pure crystal.
I mean, he's giving us the pure crystal, and the pure crystal is used in the recipe for the twisted sword.
Yeah.
And you know how I feel about the twisted sword.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a possibility that Sham is maybe a lot more of a neutral party here.
Yeah.
Not really a good or bad guy.
I'm thinking, like, because of the shadow crystal shit, you know, like, he's keeping them. You know, we're not the ones in the shadow crystals in our pocket. Why is he keeping them? You know, it's convenient.
Keeping them safe.
But I'm just thinking, like, he's probably gonna, maybe either he's, like, keeping it for himself, eventually, even if we're good. Or, like, he's, I don't know, maybe that, or, I don't know, I just feel like there's gonna be some bullshit. We're gonna fight him or something. You know, like, either like if we're in the nice pacifist route, he's gonna be like, are you worthy to hold the crystal? And like, and then we fight, you know, we spar with him, like to show him like we're really about that, you know, we really do this shit. And then on the evil route, and the evil route is gonna be more like, you know, oh my god, bro, you're killing everyone, dog. Like we cannot allow this to happen. And he like fights like with full like Spamton Neo like that shit, you know.
Right.
But okay. I once met someone who really liked cats. Did that? Okay. First of all, someone that really liked cats. Okay, this is like big. Who is the someone? You know.
I once met someone who really liked cats. I mean, there was only one. Well, okay.
Because I know
there's two people who I can think of off the top of my head that like cats.
Yeah.
Noelle likes cats.
Oh.
She likes cat petters.
Oh, you're right. Wait.
And like more related to Friend specifically.
I mean, she's related to Friend.
Eram or Nightmare, John Mantle, whatever you want to call it.
I love John Mantle. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. It's so Kojima coded. I don't know. just Mantle.
It's Kojima. Yeah. It's like Solid Snake, John Mantle.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, Noel, like, Noel is linked because, like, on the whole, like, cat petter shit, there is, like, the friend stuff that happens as well, And then if you play
the friend is definitely tied to cat petters in some way. Because the eggs are tied to cat petters in some way. And we'll get to that later once we get to that piece of dialogue.
Yeah.
But
also I want to make a disclaimer to people in the chat and seeing this maybe on YouTube later. You can on the stream, like the point of this being a stream as well is that you guys can also like throw a bone and like like expand on the theories and shit, just so like if you want to join the madness, join the Batat gang,
I don't think anyone knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We might be on our own here.
It's okay. It'll arrive progressively. It'll happen progressively. We are the first ever people to make this concept anyway.
We can. We'll get better as we go.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Inshallah.
A little more organized.
Yes. John Mantle really like cats, but yeah, there's Noel. You're right, but that's about cat petters. Let me point it out. Cat petters. Boom, and then there's like the John Mantle, but like because he summons. I mean, there's more like a link to this as well. This whole like they own a whole pack of them. That's like a
That's the other thing, the whole pack of cats, of hunting cats.
Yeah.
Specifically of hunting cats.
Boss
that definitely
fight.
gives me John Mantle boss fight vibes.
Yeah.
He's got an army of cats.
This is a hunting pack, who? I don't really like, who is this fucking Mantle guy? Because, you had your whole sword theory thing that we're gonna expand on later. But
yeah.
It's like John Mantle clearly is like gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna. Shh, we're keeping the suspense open. You get
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's the schizo board. Gaster's gotta show up at some point.
Yeah.
Why not right now?
Obviously.
Gaster probably likes cats, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look, Gaster calls it friend. That's something I feel like a lot of people don't realize is that friend is not what they're called. That is what Gaster designates them in the files.
How do we know it's Gaster that names them?
Well, I guess technically we don't, but
wasn't there like because of the naming
it's
convention?
the all caps thing in the files. It's the two different types of files. And then it's like some of them are related to the device, some of them aren't, and then device theory is basically confirmed with chapter 5's weird route. So I think it's a pretty good and then I mean, the Goner Maker sequence is Gaster, and that's connected to device friend. So
Goner Maker sequence. What do you mean?
The very opening of the game.
Ah.
Make your vessel.
I mean, Goner Maker. Ah, yeah. I mean, I guess you could call it like that.
I mean, that's what it's called in the files. It's called Goner Maker.
Oh, really?
In the files. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's huge, actually. Like, we have an actual name for this shit. Alright. Okay, hold on. Let me drink real quick.
Which, I mean, that is... The fact that there are people who still deny that voice is Gaster is crazy.
Yeah, they're
like, it's literally called Goner Maker.
I mean, they're like,
who else could it possibly be?
We do not...
Gaster is the only character tied to Goners.
I mean, he's the only character to, like, the moment, like, just from Twitter, it's Gaster. You don't even need to play the game to know it's Gaster. Like, the people that deny it, the people that deny it are just, like, delusional or normies. Like,
they didn't
don't
play
count.
Undertale.
They're
LARPing.
Yeah, they're LARPing. They're LARPers.
they did play Undertale. They don't know. They don't get it.
They don't know, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
We've been waiting 10 years for this.
Oh my god, has it really been 10 years? Oh my god, it has been. There was the Deltarune. Oh my god, yeah, the Undertale 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, the Undertale 10-year anniversary.
Oh shit, that was awesome.
Last year.
I still have the
that was super fun
in my phone because of this fucking anniversary.
And I mean that stream, just the single door. Oh my god, that Gaster door completely like changed everything.
You're bringing my trauma.
Yeah, sorry. Well, let's continue on before we lose track here. See, this is what happens. You bring up Gaster once, and it's just like it's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
We gotta keep focus for now. We just gotta get through the dialogue. Just get through the dialogue, and then we can we can schizo out.
And we gotta at some point like address the Gaster pirate like stuff, all right? We're gonna make it, find a way to make it real. By the way, Yarr. Very, very interesting. Of course, cats are fickle creatures. What does fickle mean?
I think that means like frail. I think that means like wheat. Or no. I'm wrong. Fickle, I think, is like, look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Look up the definition.
Fickle, changing frequently, especially as regards one's loyalties or affections.
Oh my god.
So they're like the great betrayer. Yes, okay. They do not have any allegiance.
You know what? That plays into another theory I have, but once again, I will reserve myself until later. So they are fickle.
They're fickle.
Their allegiance is not entirely set in stone.
Bad loyalty.
There
we go. Like if we throw them some fish, they're gonna be friends with us. Gonna be our image friend.
Yeah. We just give them some protein. They're very good at finding protein.
Maybe Gaster like stopped feeding him, and then John Mental came in and that was the one that started to feed him. And that's why they're like allied now. Maybe.
Yeah.
But they were very good at finding protein. I still find the protein bar like so weird. Like
protein is odd. Like I understand why she didn't just say eggs, because obviously, I mean, that would be way too obvious. But protein is a very weird way of putting it. I feel like she could have said something else.
Could have said meat, but
just meant egg.
Yeah, I think
the fact that she says protein.
Wait, hello Luigi, welcome back. There's a patch right now, by the way. We're talking about that. We're talking about the Mew Mew like new patch. That's what we're like exploring at this very instant. This is the schizo talk, and you may participate, Luigi. There's a open bar, schizo theory talking like a schizo board. No, and we're gonna find out the truth. But yeah, I think protein. I think because if he said meat or flesh or like something like that, it would have like excluded the egg. But if they only said like eggs, it would have excluded
I think
flesh.
It's a double meaning thing.
Yeah,
for sure. I think it's like protein could be interpreted as eggs or it can be interpreted as something else. There are two interesting things to note about this. First of all, the police sacrifice. We still don't know what that is about.
Yeah, what the fuck? You gotta write this. You gotta write this in the list. Because we gotta figure this shit out as well.
What the list?
The list, your list of all the subjects we're gonna talk about.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll do that after stream, so I'm not like doxing myself because I'm recording.
Oh yeah, right. Meat.
But also meat is relevant because Undertale sound test.
Meat Factory.
One of the songs is called Meat Factory.
Yes, I love that. There's like a Silva Gunner like remix of that track. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also true. You think there's like an actual... So what are we theorizing right now in the specific? We are like just analyzing and like piecing out, like how do you... In français, it's called décortiquer. Let me find the word because I'm gonna struggle. It's like genuinely the perfect décortiquer. It's called dissect. Yeah, I guess dissect, but it's more like
dissecting the.
It's not even like dissecting. Feels like very like I'm dissecting a frog and it's like flesh. Like décortiquer is more.
Yeah, well,
like,
I mean that's relevant because we're talking about protein.
Yeah, you're right. But it's like décortiquer is more like removing the layers, bit by layer, and like really diving deep into it, Instead of like dissect, it's just a big slash in the middle, like the knight in his final attack, It's like
yeah.
Okay, but also, so what were you saying? There was a... Sorry, I probably cut you off, but there was...
No, you're good.
Okay.
So, Meat Factory...
Oh, yeah.
So the sound test is still obviously... No one knows what it is. Or what it means, aside from the fact that it has Gaster's theme. But I've seen some theories that the sound test is related to Deltarune.
Yeah.
And that all three of the songs used are in some way, shape, or form related to the creepy Gaster stuff in Deltarune.
Yeah.
There's Meat Factory, there's Happy Town, and then there's Trouble Dingle.
Wait, Trouble Dingle is in the game?
No, but Trouble Dingle is... in the sound test, and I mean...
Yeah, but like...
I don't know if we know the...
Because you said 3 tracks, but for now there's only like Gaster's theme in the another hymn, and Happy Town now in the Weird Route in Chapter 5, but apart from that, at this very moment...
I've seen a theory that Trouble Dingle is supposed to represent the Weird Route jingle.
What was the sound of Trouble Dingle? Wait, I need to hear Trouble Dingle again. Hold on. Oh.
It's kind of just garbage noise.
Yeah, but maybe if you hear Trouble Dingle, Undertale...
There was a theory going around that if you slow it down, it's the Weird Route jingle, but it's not. That's just observably not true. But...
Let me check.
Trouble Dingle.
You know, it reminds me of what? It reminds me of the you know, the nyom.
The little what are the cacas?
But also, you know what it makes me really think of? Like just the trouble dingle, dingling. What dingles and what causes trouble? What, you remember Spampton? You remember Spampton? What happened?
I do remember Spampton.
Yeah, Spampton. What happened? What was the last thing that happened before he lost his shit? Yeah, there was a dingle.
He lost his...
And there was trouble.
Yeah,
it was the phone ringing.
Dingle.
The phone ring is the trouble dingle. And I swear, I can probably find a way. But like the trouble to find like to link trouble dingling and the ringing noise like that happens like in the game. Like I don't know which one specifically, but I feel like it's kind of like a different like an instrument. I guess like here it's a boop, but like if you put it into a ringing type beat, it's gonna be the exact same ringing than the ones we hear in like throughout the game. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it makes sense somehow. I don't know exactly how it would turn out. I don't have the ability to do that. But I will. We will run with it
because. Okay.
In true Deltarune theorist fashion, we will assume it's true without verifying.
Yes. Let me make a bubble. Let me make a small bubble. To be honest, there was like 4 tracks, right? There was Gaster's theme,
Meat Factory, Happy Town, Trouble Dingle, and then Gaster's theme. Gaster's theme crashes the game.
Happy Town.
And after listening to it, Gaster's theme is the one that says like, "Thank you for your participation," and then like something. I think it says like, "We'll be
in touch." No.
Yeah,
thank you for your
we'll
feedback.
Be in touch shortly or something. Yeah, thank you for your feedback. That's what it said.
And was there not another one, or is it just 4?
It's just the 4.
Because we could like, I'm making this a bubble. All right, I'm making this a batat green bubble. Hold on. Boom. All right. Boom. You know, Gaster theme, etc. Like there's the Gaster theme, which is like another hymn. Boom. Let me write it down. It's present under the hymn. Gaster shit. Gaster.
Yeah.
Let me just. You know what? I'm gonna write Gaster shit at the end, and it's gonna like. I don't even have to make an hour after. You're gonna understand. Gaster.
yeah.
Shit.
We're good.
Boom. And then Happy Town. Weird Route. Yeah. And then Meat Factory. We don't know yet. And then the Trumble Dingle. Spamtons. And plus, like, I have like a remix of Spamton's theme with the ringing too right now. Spamton's ringing phone, I guess, yeah.
Trouble Dingle.
And yeah, all
That's
of this.
That's my favorite thing ever.
All of this, Gunner Maker. Yeah, also question mark with Gunner Maker.
Yes, so that
all
is
of it.
Something.
All of it links to Gaster shit.
Dude. It's all Gaster. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That is the thing about this game.
And it's all.
As much as people want to deny it, you can legit connect everything back to it in some way, shape, or form. Like, this dude made Deltarune.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
That's what I'm saying. And also, the funny thing, I mean, is it like all linked to the weird route though? Because I wanted to make that connection, but I'm not sure if you can make that connection. That it's all linked to the weird route at the end of the day, But also, thank you, Luigi, for the stream streak. Because I know the weird route is really the weird route, yeah.
Yeah, the weird route is the weird route.
Yeah.
There is a theory I've seen floating around that I probably should have mentioned this before, but I still think we're onto something here. And I mean, it's Gaster shit at the end of the day, so.
Yeah.
But there's a theory that like at some point, so in chapter 3, right, you go to Man Country. Yeah. And you talk to one of the 7 flying aces. Yeah. And they talk about how they're looking over past the horizon, and they're looking over at like the evil place, right? That's all monochrome. Mm-hmm. I have seen a theory that at some point we will have a chance to visit that place, and that's where the sound test songs will play. Ooh, okay. And I have seen people further connect that to the weird route because of the mother breadcrumbs thing. Yeah. About how by using the breadcrumb glitch, you go to a monochrome glitch evil version of the overworld. Yes. Do you think it's gonna be like what we did with Noel is going to be the one that leads us to the monochrome zone? The monochrome zone. Oh, that rhymes. Okay. The monochrome zone.
Or is it gonna be like
the evil place?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not entirely even convinced that it's the weird route that will end up there. And I mean, I don't know. It's weird that they would. That feels very Chekhov's gun to me, you know, to be like, oh yeah, there's this weird evil place just over on the horizon that's monochrome.
Yeah.
And then just never expand upon that.
Yeah.
I feel like, however the game ends up playing out, I feel like that's got to be somewhat true, right? I mean, we'll have to at least like see it. At least if we do like the egg quest and
plus,
the shadow crystal thing.
And plus, Toby did say, you know, if you find something in the game that looks unused, it's probably used, you know. So
yeah.
Like it's probably like it's probably gonna it applies the same like in terms of like, you know, story like beats or like, you know, little items like that. Like we're gonna find out eventually. It's all gonna make sense because he has built his story like, you know, from the beginning. He's not the type of guy that just like, you know, makes shit on the run. Like he has this shit already like whole thing planned out already. So we're gonna probably see the answer, yeah. Hi, hello, HM. What the theory? We're analyzing the whole like new update of the Mew Mew shit, and also look, this is a Gaster by the way, with the you know, and right now we're like talking about how the whole man country, you know, why they add this? That's what we're trying to find out. All right, and now we're like just make connections to like. Yeah, I kind of. What did you just say?
This was not our plan, by the way. We had a completely different way of doing this in mind, and then Toby just dropped this, and now we're like, well, fuck. Now we have to discuss this because otherwise we're going to be too late to the party.
Exactly. Toby knew we're gonna do this, and like, I was like, okay, he threw us a bone, like the dog he is. All right, this is this tricky fox, but anyway, I'm happy about it. You know, he. But yeah, then like there's the whole man country shit. We like the monochrome stuff. This is probably like gonna be a whole subject for another like you know, like something to put in the back burner for now, maybe.
Yeah.
But one thing though, you know, protein. There's like meat, eggs. You know what else is protein? Milk.
Fish. Milk.
I
guess fish is a kind of.
Also, it's protein, but like milk. You know, with the milk looker, I don't know if it's even gonna be anything, but there's the milk looker. Is it gonna be relevant?
Milk looker. Do you imagine? I mean, with the whole like everyone in hometown except for Susie is in on it theory, that'd be so fucking funny.
Yeah.
If Milk Looker is actually just like part of this doomsday cult.
Wait.
What?
You know how Milk Looker is
Susie.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry, no. Come on,
seriously talking about this guy. But like, it's like Milk Looker is a cat.
He is a cat.
Yeah.
He's one of the cats.
And
one of the many cats.
And literally,
or few cats.
The motherfucker like knows about how our family is like fucked up. He's just like freak family.
That's true. They're an OG.
Yeah.
They've been around.
Yeah.
They were there when the ads or the Dreamers, that whole thing happened.
Yeah. Like, I think maybe there's something to be made about Milk Looker somewhere. Maybe he's gonna have some importance, but I'm not sure. Also, isn't he like one of the very few characters that swear? So it's funny, you know. You notice, right? That it's like much more like they're much more looser with the swearing in like the chapter 5. I thought it was hilarious, but
I thought it was funny too. I'm glad.
I was sending me to orbit when I saw like the swishing my big fucking like fluffy fucking tail. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, Milk Looker. So yeah, good at finding protein, but that includes humans. You know, humans.
That does include humans, and guess who's a human? Chris, the only human in the entire game that we know of. I guess all the Des human believers are probably fuming right now, but that we know of, Chris is the only human.
Is it really wrong though? Because like, so you need egg for this dialogue. Yeah, you do need the egg. Like, you need to have both, like the egg of the chapter and the interaction with friend. You know, when he bites you, and admittedly that's what happens because she says, you know, that like, is your hand okay? It looks like you've got a cat bite. You know. And we were assuming right now that, you know, like, yeah, it's friend that bit us, and it's gonna be very relevant because, you know, there's this whole. It's the first time we interact like physically with friend. It's probably gonna have like massive proportions, you know. And also red friend. It's red.
It is red.
What else is red? Tell me. What else is red?
The soul is red.
Also.
Determination as a whole is red. all the evil like death attacks are red, like Kara in the night.
What else? What else? Go simple.
Go simpler? What's simpler than the soul? That's like the most red thing in the game.
Blood.
Blood.
Red.
That's true. That's
Blood.
True. Blood is
And
blood is
soul.
red.
And I think that's like, imagine like it's only red because it bit us.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
You know?
it could be. I think it was red. Why is it red? That's a
Yeah.
good question, actually. That's a very good point. I didn't even think about that because usually it's the pink and gold. In chapter 4, it was completely like invisible except for
The cackling.
yeah, but that was because it was like pitch black, so that makes sense
Mhm.
because like you couldn't see it. But this is weird because it's red, and why? There's no reason for it to be red.
Say that again. Weird, you say?
Yeah. Dude, I hate that I can just never use the word weird ever again.
So we need progression of
We
friend.
need to start calling this side B, so like we can reclaim the word weird.
Yes. Wait, what did you say? Okay. So we need progression of friend, I think. Color-wise, location, maybe? What do you mean? I don't get what you're trying to say. But yeah, I think that's like a big thing, though. Like, why is it red? Why is he green? He's red for an amazing reason.
The location. It was that's true. I mean, it was at like a sunset, so maybe that kind of like fucked with the lighting. I don't know.
I don't think so, because otherwise the plants will also be like, sunset colored,
Yeah, that's true.
Color-wise, location, maybe where appears each chapter and what color?
Maybe it had something to do with the fact that it's like actually in the game now.
Hmm.
That it's like in like an interactable area. I'm just trying to think what else is red in game. And not like, because obviously the blood and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the context of Deltarune, what is red? There is one thing that is red that is interesting in the game. So okay, you know how like enemies can die when they use ice shock?
Yeah, like Lost.
So there is. This has been in the game since chapter 2, I think, but there is like a secret. Oh wait, no, this was in chapter 4. I'm stupid. The Titan spawn. If you actually like slice them, if you kill them, they like turn red and they fade away.
Chapter 5, red, secret high location. Chapter 4, dark room, bell room, I think.
Yeah. It was
Oh
in
yeah,
the
where's your friend in the chapter 4? I don't remember.
It was in one of those. It was like, I don't remember exactly, but it was in a room where you could only see it if you rung one of the bells, because like its face was completely black, but this like the waves, the sound waves would like reveal its face from underneath.
Yeah. You're right. Three secret games. Yeah.
And then chapter 2 it was in the basement, which I've seen a lot of people say that the reason Spamton had us help him get the Neo body is because if he went in there, then he would have gotten killed by Friend. Friend was like waiting to ambush him in there.
Oh, that's huge. Oh my god, they like
I've seen that theory, and I like that because Spamton is, I think, of all the secret bosses, the most closely connected to Friend.
He's the most in trouble.
All his stuff, like both of the items you can get from his fight, like the tie and the deal makers, both of them give you defense against cat element attacks.
Oh.
And so does the mannequin that's shaped like him.
Oh.
So this dude was terrified of this fucking cat. Also, in the 10th anniversary stream, you remember that little bit where Spamton like is in the Grillby scene instead of Sans?
Yeah.
So in that scene, you can choose between ketchup and catsup, and they specifically chose catsup, and Spamton starts freaking out.
Really? Wait, I need to see that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Spamton is like cat.
wait. Catsup.
This dude is fucking terrified. Mew Mew talks about like the going into hiding and stuff. We will discuss that.
I just want to see, because if he's actually freaking out, I'm gonna like go crazy. It's me. Yeah. I heard it's good cause. With portable IBS, adult booster seat.
Portable IBS.
Fuck.
I fucking love.
Yeah,
Spamton
fries burger.
So much.
Wait, there's the fries, but okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, his giant fry. They choose catsup.
So cat sup.
Cat?
Oh, that's
So, and he starts freaking around. He's like,
mammals have whatever. I'll do anything as long as you'll pay for this.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but it's something I saw on Twitter.
He's red.
He does turn red. That's what it was. Friend was just eating ketchup. Of
Okay.
course. Of course.
Brother
And
Spampton.
then there's no friend sighting in chapter. Okay, that is interesting that there's no friend sighting in chapter 1 because that is before we even get a chance to collect any of the eggs
Yeah.
or the shadow crystal. So it's like it's not onto us yet, and that's why it doesn't appear in chapter 1. But then in chapter 2, you know, though to be fair, friend does appear no matter what in future chapters. You don't need the eggs or the crystals to make them appear. But it is interesting that they don't appear until chapter 2, I think.
Well, you know, I was thinking also that, like, you know, but yes, I don't think, like, you know, the environment shade is the reason why the color changes. I think it's really like, it makes the most sense to me that, like, Friend's color changed because of, like, the, you know, what just happened, you know, like, Friend, like bit us. You know, bit Chris, and that's why it's red. I think that's the...
Well, yeah, well, I mean, certain attacks are red. Like, the knight uses attacks that are red, too. Not very often, but, like, maybe it's just, like, friend is just an actual projectile.
Oh.
as in, like, not, like, actually, but, like, it functions as one in that moment.
No, you're right. It is like a projectile color. That's probably why it hurt us.
Yeah, because, like, most attacks are, you know, they're either, you know, white or... you know, blue or whatever, but the knight specifically uses attacks that are red.
Yes. Okay. I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we can move on.
Yeah. Chris, if you have any protein, you must keep it hidden and never let anyone see it. So.
Meanwhile, Chris is presenting the egg as evidence during the fucking blue and yellow fight.
Yeah, that's bad. But I don't know if it's gonna.
Well,
imagine if you presented the actually.
No,
like,
I don't think that.
There's like a flag that pops up and like, oh yeah, you're finished now. It's over. But
I think what this is referring to, as in, well, at least in regards to the eggs, I think this is referring to the fact that you have to put the eggs away somewhere in the light world every chapter, or else they disappear.
Yeah. Wait, did it disappear?
I'm pretty sure if you don't put it away, you don't have them anymore.
Because I don't know, I don't remember that particularly, but I do remember the fact that, you know, this chapter you couldn't put the egg anywhere. You know, if that's true, we're fucked.
Because it just ends with a cutscene, right?
Yeah. I mean, no, not really. This is just like, hasn't been a moment where we can put it anywhere.
Well, right, because like it just, once you leave the dark world, it's immediately like you take Susie to school. Well, no, there is one part, right, where you walk Susie to school, right?
Yeah.
Has anyone...
Yeah, that's this thing. But like you have been told, it's like confirmed that you cannot like leave it anywhere.
You cannot put it anywhere. Maybe it's because it's the last one.
Maybe. Very, very interesting.
Because, I mean, so far as I'm aware, putting them away doesn't actually do anything yet.
I mean, it just like gathers them progressively.
It gathers them, because Temmie in the classroom keeps track of them for you.
Yeah.
But only if you put them away. Where do you put it in chapter 4?
Wait.
Or 3 for that matter?
Chapter 2, you put it in the fridge. Chapter 3, Chapter 3 or 4, I don't know which one it is, but you leave it on the desk of Berdly's desk.
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't know which one is it, which one it is. Chapter 3. I think which one it is. Generally, I completely forgot.
Yeah, I don't remember ever hearing about that, actually. Like, where... No, how could you possibly put it anywhere? It ends with a cutscene. It ends with you chasing the knight to the bunker. There was no way you could have ever put it anywhere.
Yeah, that was the end. Yeah, you're right. That's the end of the end of the third chapter. That's you're right. So the end of the third chapter is yeah.
So okay, so chapter 3 and 5 both don't let you put it anywhere.
Yeah.
But you don't have the egg though in chapter 4.
But I guess it kind of just collected it because you have the 4 eggs. If you had 4 eggs collected, it's gonna leave it. It's gonna leave it on the tables. You know, like when you put the eggs in, like they're in a formation. I remember they're like in a war formation, like the eggs on Berdly's desk. You know,
right.
So I think it's not a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal.
It's probably not. It is maybe it's just kind of one of those things where it's like maybe it's just a little Easter egg. You know, like you can put it away, and in doing so, it just kind of like shows you that they're weird.
Weird.
Yeah,
I had to. Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
But Chris,
I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure out. I guess we'll have to see when chapter 6 comes out, because I don't think there's any way we can really like know for sure if putting them away does anything or not right now, because we don't know how it even all plays out in the end.
Maybe Chris does it off screen.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that, because I mean the eggs are somewhat tied to Chris's past
for some reason.
The other thing is that we're going back to like the meat factory and everything. Chris is protein.
Yeah.
In a fucked up way, like Chris themselves, their body, their vessel is protein. That the meat factory, the Goner Maker sequence. Maybe.
I agree. It's just I'm thinking this time like Chris, if you have any protein, you must keep it hidden. Like it's like it feels like feels like an object this time around. So it's probably gonna be like, what else do we have that is like the only thing we can carry really that has of any significance, not too much significance, is the protein surely 100% egg. Yeah, for this instance, like when she says hide it, keep it hidden, and maybe keeping it hidden is what we're doing by putting it in Asgore's fridge, leaving it on the Berdly's like this, not having it on us,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and so that's why it's weird to me that just in chapter 3 and 5, for some reason we don't have an opportunity to hide it.
I think like Chris knows. I think Chris. Whoa, what the fuck? Chris knows like on this specific case. I think Chris is with us and like knows and wants to figure out what the fuck the egg thing is as well. So
right.
like they're doing it off screen as well. I think. They're hiding it. Let anyone else see it. Never let anyone see it. But why?
Yeah, that's a very ominous line, because
never
it's kind of like anyone
see it. 100% egg.
Because that gives me very like you can't trust anyone vibes. That gives me some suspicious, kind of scary, maybe if you show it to the wrong person, they're gonna snitch on you.
Yeah, maybe
like next thing you know,
like the mafia. The mafia.
Yeah, the Gaster Mafia, the followers. Maybe that's kind of who they're talking about. Like, don't show it to the followers, or else the cats are gonna be sicked on you.
They're gonna do them like they did to like Monster Kid and Snowy. The theory of like you don't see them again because they got like kidnapped. If you have any protein, 100% egg, and then Chris helps. Chris hides off screen. The Gaster Mafia is one of the 5 main mafias in Italy. Is
the protein surely 100% egg? I guess not 100%, but also it's like, what else could it be? It's one of those things where it's just kind of like, Toby is not the kind of guy who would ever just say it. Because you kind of just gotta like analyze the subtext.
But basically,
the Gaster Mafia. Okay, do you want to explain the Gaster Mafia?
It's just the protein. Like on the first bit, the protein is like pretty large. So it's like either the meat, like flesh, eggs, milk, and humans in general. But like the second time, since it's like an object, it really feels like she's talking about an object. It has to be eggs, because the only like thing you can really hold, show, use, you use the egg, like in the overworld, right? Yeah, and then like the Gaster Mafia is like the normal NPC, the bird motherfucker, parrot motherfucker, the clam guy. The one that says like the weird monster says like fun value, like referencing the fun value, and you have the other guy with a donut with a piece of Gaster, and was there anyone else? And I think the leader.
There is one follower that's missing.
I think
there's a follower that is not, but also that is the only follower that actually had a Undertale monster equivalent, and it's the one with the big ol' eyes and they were the only one who was actually in Undertale, but also. Okay, so basically, simplified, in Undertale there were the Goners, right? The Gaster followers. In Deltarune, like Turf was saying, they are there, like, but colored in. But they still act weird. And we still have reason to believe that they are somehow tied to Gaster, especially the bird one, who in Undertale did not look like a bird. We didn't know they were a bird. They looked like a creepy giant face, but now we know they were a bird.
Yeah, but
and they're very odd.
Like those dudes. But the thing is, wait, this guy on the left is not true. Wait. It's just added like a sense self-insert or some bullshit. I don't know. Yeah, those dudes. Oh yeah, wait, where's the ficus guy?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That guy is the only one who has a monster like version in Undertale, but not in this game.
Yeah.
Because you can find him in the Metaton Hotel, in the room where you have the date with Sam.
Because you couldn't find him in the... you couldn't find the bird, like the parrot, in Undertale, but you could find him like in Deltarune, which has kind of made us...
Yeah.
You know, we kind of went crazy on that thing, like, you know, with the whole device bullshit that we made like on Discord. Like, we could probably show it like later on. Because we literally connected to the whole like clone monochrome thingy, you know, but...
Oh my god.
That was like a huge chunk of meat. That was a huge chunk of protein. But yeah. But like, you know, that's like the Gaster followers. But the Gaster Mafia is like is the Deltarune hometown version, really. Because like, it seems like they're all acting like in accordance, you know, and like, you know, doing shit together. And you know, also one thing I want to point out, like people have been like telling me like I'm almost like a schizo for like thinking that, but the you know, the big guy, the big like ice me up boss, like the big purple like icy person. I genuinely feel like they're like they're gonna do some shit. They're gonna do some bullshit. Like, to me, I feel like they're like a serial killer or some bullshit. Like, they are like either that or like they're part of the Gaster Mafia for some reason. Because they've always been acting weird, like working like in places they don't belong in. You know who I'm talking about? The one that's in the dunking thing. You know,
like the one who's in the hospital in the first chapter. For like
not
like
the
really, big old like.
The guy that this guy's like my friend. This guy's like, oh, I need more battle. I love this dude. It's not it's not this dude. I'm talking about the guy in purple.
Oh, it's a different guy.
It's the fat purple one. Like that, like even Burger Pants, like Pizza Pants, tells us like, does he even work here? You know, who's that guy?
Dude, imagine he fucking takes off the costume and it's like the little one.
Yeah, the fake ficus. Yeah. It would be weird because this guy, I don't know, he's just been hanging around weird places. Like last chapter, the final chapter on chapter 5, he's been like on the hospital, like in front of the hospital. Yeah, he's next to the construction, but why is he on next to the hospital? You know? Yeah, I know it becomes the dunking like person, you know, that gets dunked in the water. And plus, look at the way they stare at us, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just to me, they always give me, like, the ick, you know, like fucking, okay. Like, they always give me, like weird vibes from the get-go. I think they're probably, like, either the leader on the surface of the Gaster Mafia, or it's genuine. Imagine it's fucking Gaster.
Yeah, that'd be so fucking funny. What do you think about the bird guy theory killing Onion-san? So, I think me and Turf disagree on this point. I think. Mr. Luigi asking about the bird killing Onion-san. I'm team Onion-san got slimed. Yeah. Whereas I think Turf has an alternate theory.
It has a new theory.
And
it's gonna be.
He has an alternate take that I have not heard yet. So. Yeah. But I am team. He was killed and served up as takoyaki.
Yeah. But yeah, being the knight is the purple guy. But you know, we'll see. Because you know they've always been like spying on us. You know, they've always been in like important places somewhat. So maybe they were listening in on us with the costume on, and like inside there's the actual like real identity of the knight. You know what I mean?
I thought it was. Yeah.
But it's just.
I thought it was a smile. And so it's one of those like famous Toby Fox character designs where it's kind of like it's two things at once. Yeah. So here, without the colors, it's very, you know, it looks like a creepy big old head. But in Deltarune with the colors, it's you can see it's a bird. Yeah. With like, a big like long neck.
It's really just like
whatever
parallels, you know, like they obviously have the same silhouette, you know, so at the end they are the equivalent, you know what I mean? Like,
that goes so hard.
Oh yeah, I agree. It's aura, based Erenedin. Go follow them wherever the fuck they make art on.
but yeah, Toby loves his like multiple, you know, even Gaster's design is two things in one. If you flip over the Mystery Man sprite, he has a second face, where his torso is. So Toby just likes doing that.
I think the idea of a character in Deltarune killing, chopping the corpse of the victim, frying the pieces, and then selling them is disturbing for Toby X Fox style. Did you know that you remember the gay dudes, the gay warriors, and in like Undertale? Like, you know, the initial idea that Toby had was like basically in the genocide route, when you kill one of them, like you like the other guy would have a panic attack because they would be like breathing in the dust of their friend, and like and then you know, like what's this like crazy dark bullshit like that, and they could cancel it because like a friend of them like said, oh yeah, that's bad, and they didn't put it in because it was too fucked up. But Toby is definitely able to like put this shit, like edgy shit like this.
I agree it's fucked up, but at the same time, it's fucked up in like a funny way.
Also.
You know, it's like that is super dark, but it's super dark in a way that you can laugh at because it's Onion Song. Because it's like such a random like fucking joke character who just met this like horrifying end for no reason.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
It's almost like I think you can get away with it being kind of like a joke. Yeah. But I do agree it is pretty fucked up. But also, I mean, this is the same game with the weird route.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, if you compare the weird route and what we're actually doing, like, we just did a double suicide, you know? Like, I think when you get that, I don't think like chopping up someone is like chopping up an octopus, you know, really. A sentient octopus, but you know, like an octopus nonetheless. I mean, it's like less crazy, you know?
I mean, that's assuming that's what happened. You know,
yeah.
Turf here has an alternate take that we will get to, but...
yeah, when they find
that,
you,
that one took us a long time to get through.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. They bite very, very hard. Very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting note about this. So, the amount of damage that friend does to you in Chapter 5 when you interact with them,
yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly, is the amount of damage they do to you is equal to the sell value of the first item in your inventory.
The sell value, what does it mean?
Like when you go to a shop, the amount of like dark dollars that it sells for is how much damage friend does to you.
Ah, that's probably why I got, because you know when a friend bit me, I got all my stats go to 1 HP. Everything what I got.
I don't think it can kill you, but
yeah, it cannot. But like it removed like all my health. Like I was like scared. I didn't know it could do less at the time, but you know, it's very interesting. And what do you think? What do you think that says though? Like the fact that it's
well, first of all, it could be misinformation. I've not tested it myself, so we have to keep that in mind. But I think it goes back to that one theory from a while ago about how pink and gold represents love and fortune.
Yeah. Oh.
And like the money is like it has to do with money.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because the pink and gold eyes. Oh, you're right. That makes a lot of sense actually. What the fuck? Wait, because and you know like because image friends, you know, have a somewhat theory, you know, like so, you know, like around that, but it's not like, you know, maybe like a conceptually, like, you know, there's so many like friend. It's kind of low-key like an antivirus or something, you know, because it's still a computer program.
Yeah.
But that's just my bullshit. But I can expand on that later, you know. But yeah, to me, like, you know, because it's a kind of a digital thing, it would like it's kind of like a glitch, you know, like when it does that, it like, you know. But if maybe it's like triggered by the fact that it's like you know, a money thing as well. I don't know. And since they're fickle creatures, they only like care about like getting the instantaneous affection, you know. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, they only care about, you know, whoever will.
Feed them.
Give them what they want.
Yeah, and also, you know, one thing to notice, and when they find you, that means it happened before.
And when they find you.
Yeah, and when they find you.
Yeah, like she has experience. She knows someone, or either was or it happened to her, but she knows that, you know, whatever they do, she's seen it happen, or at least heard of it happening to someone else.
You know what I think?
Which is interesting because none of the secret I don't even think Spamton has like...
Has like?
I don't think Spamton was actually attacked by one or anything. And even if he was, I mean, how would Pink know about that? I feel like it'd have to be something a bit more personal to her that she would know.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What was the attack?
Like how when they find you, they bite hard. The fact that, you know, she's saying when they find you... implies that, you know, she knows that, and how would she know that unless, you know, she's witnessed it or it happened to her?
Well,
and I'm just trying to think like who it could have happened to if not her.
Well, you know, like to me, you know, I had the theory of this whole like person that tries to reach us. Like I started, you know, I'm gonna expand on it another time, but it's more, you know, like this thing of, you know, there's always this like it happened twice through Spamton and through Mew Mew right now. There's like this person that tries to contact us. You know, when Spamton zones out and I say, hello, can anybody hear me? You know, something like that. And he says like, it felt like they were talking to you. You know, so it was like something reaching through the code somehow. They're like talk to us. And then you have like Mew Mew here that also like, you know, like it puts us like in a secondary state. And also like Mew Mew was very like much, how to say this, like very like light-hearted, you know, like not very deep. You know, in the way that what they say, you know, like they're very surface level. but and they were literally separated from their own person they're possessed by, to literally like being able to converse with someone, I don't know. It's like there's like a clear separation dimensionally. Like even Hapstablook was not even able to hear it. I feel like it was like the similar type of glitch, and because of that, but I'm thinking, who is stuck in the code? Who is stuck in the code of the game? Des. And I think and the person that's talking to us. Yes, it's Mew, but I genuinely think because of how familiar she talks to us, like because it says Chris immediately. Hey, Chris, is your hand okay? It looks like you got a cat bite, and like she talks to us like very like a big sister almost, you know what I mean? There's like this tone and like a kind of like protective, like a bigger sister, type beat. And I'm thinking,
right.
like it's her opportunity to talk to Chris, and at this time it was Des that talked to us, and maybe when they find you, they bite very, very hard. She got bitten by friend. And that's why she knows, because she experienced it firsthand. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, that plays into like the common theory right now that like Des didn't go missing but ran away out of fear of being chased down by the friendlings.
You think?
Which I don't think that is what is happening, but it's also hard to deny that seems very likely considering the state her room was in. How she had like military rations and like her bed was facing the closet and the door and everything.
Did it ever mention
seems like she was preparing for something, it seemed like.
Maybe she was just into like camping or like surviving, but was it like actually mentioned that like it's like specifically like the bed is facing the door and stuff, or is it just like a visual like thing?
I mean, I don't see the difference between those two.
Because, like one of them is like explicitly telling us is an important fact, that she's like she was like cautious about something, or like just the bed positioning could just be like, it's just positioned like that. It was more of an afterthought than anything.
I mean, I would have no way of knowing that. I'm not the artist who made the room, unfortunately.
So yeah, like if there's no like dialogue or something that like, or flavor text that all tells us like specifically that's why it's positioned like that, I don't think it's like something to take into account, maybe. But
I mean, there's still the military rations and stuff.
Also, but I think more so like instead of her like escaping, I think she got caught. She got captured. Like how Asgore got captured, how Undyne got captured. But maybe it's gonna be something like more extreme.
I mean, I feel like it has to be something more extreme because I mean, as far as we know, Undyne and Asgore aren't like trapped in the code right now.
Yeah, obviously.
So something much worse happened to Des.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not entirely convinced of that Des was being hunted down by friend theory. I feel like there was something else going on. But I think they're connected because there was the pointed tail. Yeah. And Des was involved with that. And obviously we connected with the shelter and everything. Yeah. I guess it could be both. Like Des ran away, saw something she shouldn't have, and then was hunted down. Yeah. And maybe, I don't know, I mean, maybe there was something special about Des that instead of just killing her, they would rather have put her in the,
well, maybe the difference between like Des and other like people is like maybe knowledge. Maybe she knew too much and they had to dispose of him. And I have another theory about this whole thing. Like maybe like we know why they're kidnapping people. But okay, that's like a bit too big, maybe, of a chunk to get. So maybe
that's getting into like shelter territory.
Yeah, the cats are not too smart.
We can't touch the shelter yet.
You want to read that one?
The cats are not too smart, but once they find a target, they never stop chasing it until they get bored.
What does that tell us?
So they're not very smart.
So they basically, it's like cats are not too smart, not mastermind. Friend.
Yeah, so they aren't like the mastermind. They're just kind of mindless minions that.
Friend is a goon.
Again, they're fickle. They don't really act on their own whims. They just act under the control of whoever's willing to give them their food.
Yeah, not mastermind. Yeah, friend is a goon, not mastermind.
But once they find a target, they never stop chasing it until they get bored. That's interesting wording because that doesn't seem like a very effective means of, antivirus if they can just get bored and just stop doing it because they want to.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, not literal antivirus, but like device cleaning, making sure no weird glitches or anomalies is happening kind of thing.
Like, like a threat neutralizer. But anywho...
The other thing...
Yeah?
The other thing about them not being too smart, though, is that people theorize that's actually why Spamton, like, completely changed how he looked. It wasn't to try to, like... The whole, like, trying to pretend to be Swatch was was an attempt at trying to throw them off his trail.
Oh!
And they were fooled by it because they're not very smart.
Wait, hold on. Spamton changed... change.
Which, we'll get to that in the very next dialogue box, but I just wanted to bring it up now. To
fool friend. Yes, that's actually a very good, yeah. But once they find a target, they never stop chasing it, which is true because, since chapter 2.
It's been chasing us.
Since chapter 2. Been chasing us, and now they finally bit us, so
they finally made their mark. That's so scary, dude. That is so fucking scary.
But so some people will do anything to get away from them,
even change their appearance or go into hiding.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where the Spamton theory comes from.
Yes.
The go into hiding is interesting because that is what Spamton does, so it could both be applying to him, but you could also apply the into hiding. You could apply that to either Des, you could apply it to the Forgotten Man, you could apply it to, Spamton, like I said. The going into hiding is a little more of a interesting piece of dialogue.
Yeah.
But I think for now, considering, the Des connection is not entirely there, and we don't really know what the Forgotten Man's deal is. I feel like the most likely is that these are both talking about Spamton, but I think it's worth at least pointing out that Des or the Forgotten Man both could apply here as well.
To me, this sentence leads me to believe that Onion is alive. Onion-san is alive because some people will do anything to get away from them, even change their appearance or go into hiding. I think like he got like threatened or some shit. Like Onion-san was like getting in trouble, and like he managed to escape. Either he got like limbs chopped off, but he's still alive because otherwise it would be dust, right? But either he's uninjured or maybe he's injured. Like either like we we got like ate a bit of Onion-san, or it was just a red herring. And I think it's a red herring. Because because first of all we don't see Onion anymore, at the place where we're supposed to meet him, like maybe like
he never showed up.
Maybe he never showed up, not because normal NPC. Can you write? Because I'm gonna go like super hard right now. Basically, hello. Yeah, I said,
what's up?
I said, can you write? Because I'm gonna go hard.
Okay. Sorry. I'm too invested.
Okay, so basically there's like Onion was not here not because like normal NPC killed him, but because he realized it was gonna be big trouble and he didn't appear. And why is like the whole like a normal NPC shit happened, I think that's like a red herring by Toby, like how do I say this? Because I have an idea on the motivations of the night and what the shelter contains. It's gonna be another big theory that's for afterwards, but basically they are not like, there's not really a mafia, there's not really like a big evil thing, because the real thing, the real connective tissue right now to this whole thing is the fact that there's the hometown butcher that's like killing people,
the hometown butcher.
But and like, but I think that's just like an initial lead, and maybe Toby wanted to remove some aura from normal NPC, give it like to image friend, because this is what this does, if you admit that this had happened, and basically, how do I say this? Shit. Okay, I'm getting confused. Due to... Wait, fuck. Hold on, give me a second to like bake this. It's basically a preamble to what I'm thinking is that the knight the knight's motivation is not like some dumb stuff. Toby knows to write. And I think like the knight actually has a good reason, like somewhat. There's something that you could like get behind on, get behind of, and that for me like could be like something like they're trying to build something new, like a big something, and like where people, we would not consider those actions really evil, and by that, because until now they didn't really kill anyone, right? They didn't actually try to murder us, and when they like harmed us, it was more like swooning us and shit, It wasn't
Right.
like taking us out like they did Flowey, but Flowey is a flower, so they didn't give a fuck. But I mean, Flowery was like way more to us than obviously.
I mean,
but
Flowery was prophesized to die.
really,
Just like
you're right.
I mean, not like I don't think they were. I mean, obviously they won't mention in chapter 4 because that was spoilers. But I mean, that was the whole thing with Flowery, is that he knew he was going to die, but he's kept fighting anyways, and that's why he was kind of like a mentor to Rousey, because Rousey is kind of struggling with that. Like, what do we do? Like the end is coming up, and I don't know what to do. And Flowery's just like, look, man, you just gotta fight. You just gotta do what you can. It's like it's the scene from the Boondocks. It's like, Dad, what can you do when what do you do when you can't do nothing? But there's nothing you can do. You do what you can.
Yeah, I agree.
That was Flowery's whole thing.
Yeah, and that's shit. I forgot. How do we get here? How do we get here? Sorry. Killing Flower. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Killing Flower.
But yeah, I agree on that. And fuck, I'm having such a hard time like formulating. But because of that, because there's like no one that actually been killed, I think the knight is not actually evil. For another theory, maybe he's actually evil. But for one theory I'm having, they're not actually evil, and there's no hometown mafia, and Onion was never killed. And all that happened is like the people that felt they were in danger from Friend are the ones that went into hiding. So maybe that's the reason why we don't see Snowdrake, or we don't see the other guys, because they just like went to hiding because they were like something fucked up happened. Like there's like some bullshit, like there's like antagonist of the night, and then there's like the antagonist, like the ones like Jan Mantle and Friend. I think they are the big evil. But maybe the knight is like an anti-hero type shit. That's where my
I
head's
agree.
at.
I don't think the knight is going to be just like pure evil. I think they have a perfectly rational reason for wanting to bring about the prophecy and the roaring. And I don't think the knight's goal is even the roaring. I think it's just that they're trying to see the prophecy fulfilled for a different reason, and the roaring is just kind of like an unfortunate side effect of that.
Yeah, it's in the way.
Yeah, it's just kind of a necessary evil.
Yeah.
There's a greater purpose that the knight is trying to serve, and the roaring is just kind of a collateral damage. But John Mantle and Friend, yeah, they're just evil. Yeah. I think they're the true antagonists.
Yeah, and that's why we're gonna meet them like on the. Okay, no, that's your paper. I'm not gonna impede on that. But,
we'll get to that.
Okay, but yeah, that's where I'm going at, and we're gonna expand like harder, like on all these little tiny things, these tiny threads. Stay tuned for the next episodes. We're gonna try to make this a weekly thing, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're both very adamant on this, because again, I'm gonna mention what I said in the beginning. We have like the brain worms, like the genuine brain worms. We are batats. We're like yeah. Trust. If you saw a Discord like talks, all right. I don't know. This is. I still remember probably there was like a whole ass fucking day at some point. We were just like theorizing about some shit. Like it was like.
Yeah, I legit did not go to sleep because of that fucking patch. Like, I've been up all night analyzing this just for this live stream.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry, but thank you for your dedication.
No, I mean, it's just that's Toby's fault.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry.
Fuck yeah, Toby, you're watching this. I know you're watching this right now. Fuck you, but love you. Heart emoji. We love you. You're great. I hope your hand like gets better at some point. Because I don't know if it's like forever permanently like fucked up or something, but I hope it's not, and I hope you're gonna recover. Soon and briefly, so that you can enjoy pianoing and typing and stuff,
Yeah. But fuck you.
Yeah, but fuck you, but love you. But fuck you, but love you. We love you. Okay.
Oh, Chris, it's terrible, man.
Oh!
It's terrible.
I just had a brain flash. Oh, Chris.
Oh? Yeah, that's what Nightmare says. Is it fun playing around like this, Chris?
Oh, okay, John Mantle.
John Mantle. See, that's what I think John Mantle's the true villain of the game. That's my theory. I think whoever John Mantle actually is, because that's the thing, who we fight in the Chapter 3 minigame is just like a digital version.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the real one. So whoever they are, I think the real one, wherever, you know,
I agree.
wherever they may be.
I mean, they're gonna be the
villain of
big bad, the big evil. Maybe John Mantle is this. Alright, I'm saying it. I put it.
You're gonna let it all.
Yeah.
Just let it all loose. All right.
Yes,
all right.
I think maybe it's a very real possibility that John Mantle is this. All right. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. Never mind. That doesn't make any lick of sense. Unless this is evil.
Azrael Dust 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I do like the idea though that Des was not a good person.
Yeah.
I don't think she was evil, but I do really like the idea that
she's dysfunctional, like hey, Noelle didn't get the crazy from nowhere, right? She didn't just. There's probably like a reason why she's like kind of fucked up in the head as well. You know, maybe.
Well, I mean, her childhood didn't seem very good.
Yeah, I don't know.
She lost her sister, and her mom is like super controlling, and her dad is gonna die at some point.
I don't know. I just like the idea that Des is like, I don't know. Oh, like you know that one comic that I really like that I put that as my profile picture at some point.
Right about
Des.
Like,
wait, let me put it up.
Using Chris to
Let me find it because it's really good. I really love the interpretation. Oh my god, okay, this comic, basically, this is how I like to imagine Des. You'll see, I forgot the artist, but we're gonna get the name of the artist, like right now. Boom. Thank you guys for not leaving. Okay, so basically, you know, look at this comic. You know, like basically, you know, yeah, Des, hey Christmas, Azrael's not here, spending the night at the Pizza Pants place. Not his name. Oh, bummer. Since Azzy's not here, you wanna hang out instead? Oh, come on, Chris, come hang out with the big kids. You're a big kid now, right, Chris? You know, then wait for me, still wearing that headband. Shut up. You don't even need it. They'll grow in soon enough. You think so? Sure, lol. How come we didn't get Azrael? We didn't go get Azrael to come? Because he's lame. Oh, okay. Why didn't Ellie come? She's not grown up yet, but we're the same age. Ellie's different. Des, are you high? What? No. Oh, look, we're here. And then, you know, with the shelter door. Des, can we go home now? And then, boom! It's so evil. I love it. I love how I fucked up. I don't know. And then you're a big kid, yeah? I need to be brave for me, okay? Okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. You'll be alright, because I'll be with you. And you'll be with me. And then this whole like, boom. Oh, dude, it's so sick. And then, I'm sorry. And this, I don't know, it's just so insane. You cannot really read the name, but I'm sure like if you Google like Lens it, you're gonna find the artist. But like, I think like, you know, she's like, you know, the cool, like kind of like, you know, jokey style, you know, like kind of like, you know, Des, you know, like big sister vibes, but she's really has also like a ulterior agenda, almost kind of like Chris, you know. But like, yeah, she also like, you know, she does bad stuff as well on the side. But you know, she has like that persona as well, you know, of like she has a persona like for hometown, and she has like the real. Oh, that's fucking sick, actually. I love it. I love your little John. I almost said John Lemon.
My John Mantle. Yeah. John Lemon.
Yeah, John Mantle. Like, I don't know. Like, I imagine like Des like that a lot, because it feels like it kind of makes more sense in general, you know, just for her character and stuff. And that's also could like give like reasons for like maybe Des being like, you know, the Mantle, you know, or maybe being like, I don't know, like an antagonist, maybe even the Knight, you know. But
it's the night. I don't even know what to think of the night anymore. I think we might honestly just have to dedicate an entire thing just to that. Yeah. Just to like who the night, like, because I mean obviously, you know, you got the holidays, right? You got Des, you got Rudy, you got the whole like Chris Noel time loop weird route thing. But just like I think we need to sit down and just be like, okay, genuinely, let's figure out who the Knight is.
Yeah.
Sit down and we'll figure it out.
I really don't think that Des is the Knight, you know. I don't know, it feels like an easy shortcut. It feels like a red herring. Well, I don't know, it feels like it's gonna be something like...
The red herring was Carol.
Yeah, but Rudy.
A double red herring.
Rudy, though.
I mean, we'll see. Because, I mean, if Rudy is just like straight up dead, then there's no way he could have been there in chapter 5 as the knight.
And you see here, like, the please be careful, Chris, promise. Like, why are they so adamant? This really makes me feel like this is like this. Chris, promise, you know? Please be careful. Like, it feels like very, you know what I mean? There's like this air of like, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I see.
Wait, very caring. Let me make an arrow. Very caring. Wait, I have your white fucking like fucking like cloud like that thing like hiding my writing.
Just freaking cover it with black. Oh no, I have to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on.
Boom. Wrong one.
I
Wrong
can't
one.
erase.
Change layer.
Oh wait, why do I have a different layer? Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, very caring, and yeah, I think like low key it starts making sense. Let me pull up like John Mental's dialogue. Hold on. John Mental. I'm writing John Mental actually. Hey, whatever. He's gonna pop up anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna pop up.
John Mental fandom Deltarune wiki. We just called John Mental because he is John Mental. I love it's actually called like John Mental. Okay, spoiler warning. Yeah. So what's the dialogue? Main story. What's the story? What's the dialogue? Where's the dialogue? Is there no like dialogue like personality? Is there no like entries to the game content? There's no like sword route, shadow mental, spoilers duty. I know it's spoilers, but nothing to obtain.
Just spoilers for chapter 3. Yeah.
Flavor
Sorry
text.
guys. Sorry for spoiling chapter 3 for you.
Let me see. Mental dialogue. Deltarune. Shadow mental holder. Okay, the Shadow Mantle holder speaks with normal capitalization, contrasting with the most other text in the Legend of Tenna, the original game, which is written in all caps. The only character to do so are rules card and the small pyramids. Fucking guy. We need to talk about the rules card eventually.
Card. He hasn't shown up in a while. He wasn't even in chapter 5. He didn't even show up a single time.
Yeah. What the fuck? Where's my goat?
And
I think he's going through his like gas or transformation. That's why.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I think that's...
where's the dialogue? Quotes. I spell this black shimmer. Okay. Well done. You found my secret hiding place, but there's nothing here, is there? Oh, you found that too.
There was
perfect.
Nobody
Just perfect.
Here.
Thank you for all your hard work, Chris. Okay, pre-battle, Chris. Oh, Chris, is it fun? Thank you for this video. Is it fun, Chris, playing around like this? That's why you're searching for them, aren't you? The shadow crystals and the shadow mantle that I'm holding. You honestly think it'll get you what you want? No, part of you is just enjoying this, isn't it? The same part of you that enjoyed yesterday. It's weird, Route. Knowing you could say it wasn't really you. Oh, don't make that sour face. I can see in the dark, you know. Question is, can you? Can deers see in the dark?
I feel like probably about as good as a human can.
Wait.
I mean, maybe a little better.
Do deer have night vision? Why do they see so well? Oh, spray animals. Okay, 2060. Okay, deer has a low visual sharpness, but they can see an object 20 feet away in daylight with the same clarity as you can see it at 60 feet. Oh. Now, deer eyes have people that are wide horizontal slits. Okay. Deers and human have photoreceptors in their eyes called rods and cones. Okay, blue. Deer see in blue wavelengths 20 times better than humans. What? They see blue very well. They'll tell us something. This is like very much of blue stuff in the game.
It tells us that Carol is really bad at picking out a wardrobe.
I guess.
I don't know.
Can deer see blaze or the short answer is no. Okay, we don't care about orange. 80 times. Deer see nearly 80 times better at twilight than human. Oh!
Dude.
Oh.
Imagine someone coming into the stream right now.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah, that's the point.
Deltarune theorizing, and then they're just looking at the deer.
This is the point. The deers have a layer in the back of their eye that acts as a mirror. Any light that is not absorbed when it first enters the eye is reflected back across the rods. This allows deer to use the same light twice, while humans only get to use it once. So the shape and location of the reflective layer is adapted to use light coming from the horizon, which is strongest at dawn and dusk. Deer are not nocturnal. They are best adapted to be crepuscular, active around dawn and dusk. They see about 18 times better at twilight than we do. Even though they have lower image sharpness, they receive the processed image. Okay, so they can see...
Like when Noelle was looking across the lake.
Oh.
At sunset.
Oh, maybe.
And sees beyond.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, but they see good, but they don't see in the dark, though. Interesting. I see in the dark.
I think... Question is, can you... Which is a reference to Rousey. Because Rousey mentions in chapter 3 how, darkeners, like the entire concept that darkness are based on is how you can't see in the dark and how your mind starts to play tricks on you.
Yeah.
It creates things that aren't actually there.
Okay. And there.
So it's basically just like Mantle, John Mantle just being like, "Hey, Leah, I'm awesome, but you're still trapped in the limits of the dark worlds and everything."
Yeah. Okay, then post-battle it says there, that's what I wanted to see, flickering red like pretty little flames. Your eyes can't hide it, Chris. Without play, the knife grows dull. Well, enough of that. We both have work to do. So if you want dismantle, we both have work to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're the fucking main antagonist. There's no other way.
No, but like both have work. That means that that sounds to me like they're working together.
We both have work to do.
So if you want
See, but if it's sword route, then they are probably kind of working together. But that's, we'll save that for another time.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't expect one theory. I mean, it's not even one theory. Like this analysis is taking like too long, but yeah. It's very interesting, very, very interesting, because so we know now that John Mantle is associated with Chris in a way, if I'm reading this correctly,
Yeah, I mean they have a very personal connection to Chris that we don't know the full extent of quite yet.
Wait, because Shadow Crystal, is it fun crisping around like this? I'm holding the shoe because it feels like it's kind of like the boss, like Chris's boss. Like John Mantle is like Chris's boss, and like how do I say this? Like they're just just humoring Chris, right now, but they still work together.
Yeah,
that's like kind of the vibe I'm getting now, and like it could definitely not. It doesn't remove the possibility of like the mental dude to be Des, in a way.
Because then that frees the knight's role, because then that can't be. I mean, I don't think the knight is even like just a regular lightner, anyways. Personally, but I mean, assuming it is, then this frees up Des's role.
I don't
know.
Horns.
I guess I was gonna say I can't imagine Des being the main antagonist, but at the same time, I mean, Azrael was kind of the main antagonist of Undertale in a way.
Yeah.
So Azrael was the main antagonist of Undertale by taking the form of something else and being like a little cocky little asshole.
Yeah.
Just kind of like John Mantle.
It's possible. It's possible. Pomni catchphrase, whatever. And then okay, the last one. Why am I trembling? Was my body saying something? Yeah. And here, like, there's a complete dissociation.
So
it's like
scared.
really, it reinforces to, like, for the other thing.
Body was scared. Whatever.
I think it was like, where's Spampton? Where's the Spampton shit? Spampton thing of like, talking to us. Someone talking to us. Where is it?
I'm looking.
Simple blood, friend eggs, and country, good defining protein.
I don't think we ever actually wrote that down.
Oh yeah, well. Yeah, it's like someone wants to talk to us. Someone wants to talk to us. And that's gonna be something we expand properly on the other stream, but to us through Spammy Boy, through Spam Tongue, and the music stopped. Oops, forgot to play music. But let me replay the playlist from again. This is the second time I play all the playlists from this very beginning. Boom. To us through Spampton. Through Spampton. And Mew. I'm gonna go with Mew instead of like Mew, Kisikuchi, whatever the fuck. Oh, I didn't see the rest. Okay, that's a cool art. Very cool.
Thank you.
Fucking.
John Mantle.
Yeah, fucking awesome. There we go. Just to confirm. Okay. So, what. Okay, now we have all of this shit, right? So, get egg plus friend. Friend and eggs connected to the secret bosses. Hold on.
So, I mean, okay. Just as like overarching, just kind of what we have so far. The friendlings are not a mastermind singular entity. They are some kind of weird pack of hunters that will abide or who will like align themselves with whoever, will feed them. And that they're specially trained to sniff out protein, which in this case I think is a double meaning the eggs and meaning like parts and like meat and stuff for maybe the Goner Maker stuff. like Gaster.
Yeah.
Okay, that's speculation, but they're searching out protein, most likely the eggs, especially considering you need to find the egg to even get this cutscene at all.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking?
And
yeah, go ahead.
They're connected to Gaster in some way, shape, or form because, again, Gaster is the one that designated them as friend.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it seems that they are abiding by whoever Nightmare is. John Mantle, Eram. It seems like they're following them. And Spamton, all the secret bosses most likely are kind of on the run from them in some way, shape, or form. But specifically Spamton definitely seems to be on the run, trying to avoid being killed by these...
yeah.
Which is interesting, though.
Yeah.
Which is because what does Spamton have then? What does Spamton have that they want?
I think it was direct contact, really. Like, it was like the Gasser had direct contact with Spamton. Like, he wanted to be big and stuff. I don't know. And I don't know, what did Spamton do?
Because he made that deal with Tenna. That's what started everything. That was the beginning of the end, is when he made the deal with Tenna. Immediately after doing that is when he got the phone call that, he is probably Gaster on the phone, like, dude, you shouldn't have fucking done that. And then all of a sudden, the cats are, well, okay, probably wasn't actually, it was probably John Mantle, the real one, not the game one, but the real John Mantle. It's probably like, Spamton, you broke our deal, and now you're gonna pay the price. And now he's on the run from the evil Darkner monochrome demon cat.
To me, like, how I remember it at least is like Spamton was like in trouble because like the weird person on the phone is the benefactor. Like, it is the reason why he became like popular and like became and like Tenna wanted to get with Spamton, like, and stuff, like collaborate with Spamton because like he wanted to also get on his like secret sauce, But
then that Spamton letting Tenna in on the secret is what caused everything to fall apart, which is interesting because what was it? What was the secret, and why couldn't Tenna be in on it? And why, if the secret was so important that telling even just a single other person warranted,
was that,
putting him just on the run forever against these fucking cat demons?
Was it really the transgression though? What was really letting Tenna in on it? Like the transgression though, Because
Mike said not to do it. Tenna says in chapter 5 during that cutscene that Mike very specifically was like, do not take this deal, like something, like don't do it, Spamton. I don't know if it was like don't trust Spamton or if it was like something's bad is going to happen if you take this deal. But Tenna very specifically mentions that Mike was like very much against the idea of this deal between Spamton and Tenna. And then, right before he was about to sign the deal is when this all happened. I just do not think that can be a coincidence.
Cat Mike, Motormouth Mike, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Imagine that Cat Mike, Pluey, is the actual like appearance. Maybe imagine like if Mike was an image friend thing, and like Pluey is the only one that like nailed the appearance. I'm thinking maybe Mike was like just there. I don't know, it feels like Mike is actually like, instead of being a meme character, maybe they are more prevalent. Maybe Mike is the shadow mental, but
yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna say it. I think that Mike was the real John Mantle. I'm just gonna say it. I think that the strange someone that Jevil talked to, the person on the phone that helped Spamton, and Mike, I think all three of them were John Mantle. I think they're all the same person. And the person who left the crystal on Gerson's desk, also John Mantle. And whoever gave Mew the crystal, probably also John Mantle. And that is how Mew
actually
knows about all the... that's the person. The person with the pack of hunting cat. That's who Mew was talking about.
It does connect everything. If it's Mike... Who could Mike be? Like, Mike, I feel like maybe it's a short wing ding gaster. No, there's no Mike in there. I had to try.
That was the most Deltarune theorist thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Hey, you gotta try.
think-
You gotta try. Every time you gotta try. You gotta put it's Gasser, somewhere. You gotta try putting him anywhere. If it fits, it fits. All right. It didn't this
Yeah,
time.
no, I get it. I totally understand. I've been doing this since day one. I get it.
But-
I think it's just like it's one of those things, right, where it's just in any it just works too well. It's just way too complicated to try to say like all 5 of these crystals just showed up, were just given to these people by just random individuals at random times. I think it makes way more sense to just be like, John Mantle obviously has some ulterior motive, and it has to do with the shadow crystals, it has to do with the eggs, it has to do with Image Friend. And I think it just makes the most sense to just say they were all the same person, and that John Mantle is the one behind the whole crystal side quest, and is the one that created all these secret bosses in one way or another.
Do you remember what Sham looks like?
I do remember what Sham looks like.
Let me pull it.
I'm gonna pull up stream for this. Watch this new Deltarune theory.
What did you?
I
You know
wasn't
how
watching
Sham looks like, and the guy that knows a lot. Look at it inside his mouth. It's orange.
It is orange.
And in video games, purple was like the color for
Dude,
darkness.
oh my god. Sham is John Mantle would be the best fucking twist in the entire game. I swear to God.
Chris. Oh my god, even kind of how he speaks though, kind of very cynical. Wait.
I'm telling you, Sham is John Mantle would be the best twist in Undertale Deltarune history.
It makes sense.
That's how he knows so much about the crystals. That's why he's trying to goad Chris into getting them by putting on this alternate persona. Okay, seriously, the mantle just mysteriously disappeared. Really?
When?
It was just stolen from behind his desk. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
That was a lie. That had to be. There's no possible way. Sham never leaves the shop. How would anyone had the opportunity to steal the shadow mantle?
And
from
he's
them?
like, okay. First of all, I am Vegeta. No, okay. First of all, he's super strong. All right. He's super strong. All right. We know this by with the chapter 5 text. You remember? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
He's super strong. Orange mouth.
Orange mouth. He knows everything there is to know about the shadow crystals.
Yeah. Very knowledge.
Are we onto something here? Are we onto something? Is Sham Is Sham the
Very
fucking
knowledge.
main antagonist of the entire game this whole time?
I think it's the secret boss of the game, the secret final boss. I don't know if I don't know.
I mean, he's a cat. He's a cat.
He's a cat. Oh my
He's
god.
a cat.
He's a cat. Very
He's
knowledge.
a cat controlling all the. He's the strange someone that talked to Jevil because they were friends. He was on the phone with Spamton because he knew Spamton somehow.
And he knows every single one of them.
He knows everyone.
He knows everyone. He knows everyone.
He knew the knight was gonna be there.
Yeah. Dude.
Is Sham the fucking villain?
Wait. Super.
Is Sham the bad guy?
Okay, it's a cat. It's a fucking.
He's a cat controlling
cat.
an army of cats.
It knows all bosses.
He somehow knows exactly what's gonna happen and how it's gonna happen.
Future knowledge. And also
Wait,
he says the very interesting.
He
knows.
says all the Gaster
He knows.
shit. Oh my god.
He knows.
Oh my god.
He knows.
He knows. Is this it? Did we
Yeah.
solve Deltarune? Is
Hello,
Sham the bad guy?
GamerSkill01. Hello, welcome. Yes, Deltarune theories, absolutely. And I think
Sham the villain?
we found the truth. Okay,
We found the truth.
Gaster speech. All right, we're going through it. Hey, Sham is John Mantle. And John Mantle is the final antagonist, because the sword route and all that shit. If you put in parallel, the sword route is a microcosm of all the weird route shit. And basically the final boss is Shadow Mantle guy, Mantle, John Mantle. And we're making all the parallels to we're saying oh yeah, Mike is John Mantle. Yeah, it's funny to say. But then he just hit us. He just hit us. Bro, Sham has all the things. Look, Sham is super strong. He's a magician. He's a wizard, by the way. So like the fire magic.
Fire magic! Because he was the fucking Rousey parallel back when it was Des Azrael and Sham!
There you go.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Sham is the fucking bad guy. Sham is John Mantle.
Yeah. Okay, wizard, fire.
This entire time he's been leading us on.
Oh my
this
god.
entire fucking time they've been just like trolling us, trying to make us get the shadow crystals.
Oh my god. Okay. And okay, so they're like super strong. They have the orange mouth. Alright, they're very knowledgeable on shadow crystals. They are a cat. They know all the bosses. They know everything is gonna happen. They speak like Gaster. They are a fucking fire wizard. It's like,
They're
and okay, it was a theory, but fuck it, I was keeping it for another stream. Okay, I'm gonna say it now. Maybe I'm gonna explore it harder somehow. But what's good? Deltarune spoilers, yes. And we literally did figured out the final guy, the literal final guy. We figured out the game.
We solved Deltarune.
Yes, we solved Deltarune. So you may even not want to be here, but yeah, what's up, gamer? Hope you're doing well. But look, yeah, you should.
Right.
Anyway,
I don't even think this is really spoilers if you don't have like any context.
yes. What was I wanted to say? I was going somewhere. Can you bonk me?
Yeah,
oh yeah, wait. Hold on. And then purple. Purple for darkness.
Purple.
Because purple is the color of darkness and shit, like in like old video games, and like John Mental. Although he's not purple, I guess like it's a kind of funny inversion to have, I don't know. It's just I don't know, pulling at my heart and at my how do you call it? Pulling. It is like a far-fetched. There we go.
Far-fetched.
Sorry. Okay.
This is far-fetched, but I feel like we might be onto something. I mean, if nothing else, I am extremely suspicious of Sham now.
Yes.
Like if he's not, if he's not the main villain, if John Mantle is someone else completely different.
Yeah. And then in the new Deltarune update, Pink also has some interesting dialogue about a cat and that. Hey, look at this. Look at the funny thing on their left.
Yeah, so that us analyzing that is what led us to this insane crackpot theory that Sham is actually the main villain, or at least one of the antagonists.
Absolutely. This started off as like us analyzing the Pink's the new
dialogue.
Dude,
that is crazy because you were saying that.
Yeah.
You were saying that we would have a boss fight against Sham way before we even considered this, and now it's like, wait a second.
Yeah, wait, you're right. Wait. Oh my god, it all makes sense. It just meshes like this. Okay, cheers, my cross subject. Yeah, thank you. But and what I want to say. Okay, yeah. So there we go. They wanted to go with like I have a theory that I was trying to keep like very hard because it was like a very big like no one knows about this, but fuck it. I'll give you a preamble of some sort. I think, which is weird though to make a maybe I don't know. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. But basically, Rousey, is a prince of the dark, right?
Yes.
And like and what games usually do, like what I expect Toby to do, which would be very very cool, but it's like very Toby to do, is like the chapter 1 is a microcosm of everything that's gonna happen in the game, right? And Lancer is the parallel to Rousey, all right? And basically, at first they're friends and stuff, and they all collaborate, and then he gets there's some like kind of betrayal of sorts, but really it's such a theory. What are you talking about? It basically is the prince. A prince is the son of the king, and like Lancer was with the Lightners and shit, and you see the new update. Yes, that's what we're analyzing, Mr. Shadok's Downfall 1. Welcome to the stream.
Yes,
and we just
welcome.
through that we found the truth about the game. All right, we look. This is. We've just been analyzing it like a madman. All right. Anywho, and basically, Lancer will parallel like Rousey through like his character. And what he's gonna do, he's gonna turn against the father, because there's the whole like shelter theory, like the shelter dimension and all that shit. We're gonna talk about later on, but on the next episode, so stay tuned. But how do I say this? I think you know where I'm going, but basically, like there's a king of the dark because he's a prince of the dark. And then Geralt is gonna do a revolution of sorts against his dad, like Lancer did to his dad, And plus, you see like with the king was like glazing the night and shit. Oh yeah, the night this, the night that, opening dark fountains and stuff. Like the whole point was to create like a world of just the darkness, And you know, like yeah, no, like Lancer was like, no, we can coexist and shit. And that's really what happened. And I'm thinking like Ralsei is gonna do that. And imagine if Ralsei's dad, which is a bit like far-fetched, Ralsei's dad,
oh my god,
is Sham.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and basically, like it would be, I don't know. It's like,
I'm trying to like think about. This is like really hype. I'm just trying to think. I don't want to get too lost. I'm trying to tie this back into like, what does this mean for the narrative really? How would this actually work in the story? Like, I feel like we're getting. Hey, I feel like we're getting a little off track.
Hey, Chris. Batat said it. You know, just because you think something is cool doesn't mean it's gonna be true. Hey, this is very cool. And then he kept sipping on the acid. He kept sipping on the acid. He kept sipping on the acid. And I think that's a message that, yeah, actually the most hype and aura moments is probably gonna be the truth. Alright? And I think Sham, somehow, you know, I don't know if like the cats can make goats, alright? And maybe they goat. You know, let me show you something. Let me show you Black Ralsei. Hold on, real quick.
Black
Ralsei sprite. This fucker, this tiny little bastard, this tiny that I love. Right, hold on. Yeah, doesn't he look kind of kitty-like? Like, you know, when he removes his hat, he's like a cat and stuff. I mean, he's like the goat, right? But you know, with the hat, doesn't he look like a fucking cat though? He presents more as a cat than anything else. You know what I'm saying? And plus, like with the darkness and shit, you know, like it literally when he puts his hat on, he completely changes appearance. First of all, you know why? Why does that happen? I think it's like a metamorphosis spell or something, and he's actually originally a cat, you know, and he's like, you know, wants to be something else, you know, to like, you know, stray away from what is imposed upon him, like, you know, to be like a evil cat, you know, but he wants to become a goat because it's more friendly to Chris, you know, because, you know, why does Ralsei look like Azrael, you know? And I think that's like a deliberate like spell, a deliberate like magic shit that the metamorphosis that Azrael goes through to like appeal to Chris, you know, to seem more friendly. You know, and
hey, friendly,
yeah, and that's why, you know, like with the hat, they look more like a cat, but when they remove it, they look like, you know, like Azrael and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even initially, he was completely hooded off. He was completely hooded. You know, maybe he wasn't planning.
That's true. Okay.
And it's Susie that prompted it.
Have you noticed? I don't know how this applies to this theory yet, but have you noticed that like every time Ralsei is depicted in any kind of like legend or prophecy related thing, it's always with his hat on. Ralsei never has. It's never like hat off Ralsei in any of like the prophecy stuff, in like the legend or anything. It's always hooded or hat on Ralsei.
Yeah.
And like Flowery tries to keep the hat on.
Oh.
I think that was for the sake of Asgore not being like, why does this guy look like Azrael? But still, you know, still interesting, still very interesting, very
Wait, we need to check this. Does every scene with Asgore is Ralsei with the hat? You know? Because that would
I feel like every scene with Asgore, Ralsei isn't even there. Like Ralsei is always busy with something, and I think that's very intentional on Flowery's part.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think it's like crazy lore stuff. I really do feel like it's just because Ralsei looks a lot like Azrael, and Flowery doesn't want Asgore to be worrying about, you know, the real world stuff. So I think he's just trying to keep like, you know, you said they look more... That's true! At the very end, when they're all looking at the fountain, Ralsei doesn't have a hat on.
But the sentence you're using is very interesting. Very, very interesting, because so the more you look, the less it looks like, you know, Azrael, but, you know, and it looks like a monster. You know, maybe because like he's seeing through the metamorphosis, you know, the fake... You know, the fake persona, you know, like maybe, but he didn't figure it out. Like, exactly, and we know Asgore is fucking dumb. Because in Undertale, like in terms of vision, because they can, what kind of monster are you? You know, when he's talking to a human, you know, like, obviously it also parallels with the fact that, you know, he's a genocider and shit. But, you know, like, I think maybe it's the kind of a thing of like, you know, he's like having trouble realizing like what, you know, like what they actually look like, because, you know, they kind of like, have a hard time discerning what is like monster and human, you know, that type of shit. I don't know. Something like that.
Maybe Asgore's just kind of stupid.
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe he's not the smartest.
Ralsei.
Nah, he's pretty smart.
Xanderthal
I think, I mean, to be fair, before Asgore could have, I mean, even said anything about it, the knight just fucking swoops in and kidnaps him, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
But not that I think the knight is like trying to censor him. I think it was just like there was no time for that interaction to even happen, or at least, you know, something far more important showed up, which it is very weird to me that the knight kidnapped Asgore. I don't see anyone talking about that, and I find that very odd. I've not seen a single person mention how strange it is that not only is the knight going after Toriel, but also Asgore. Like, the entire Dreamer family is being targeted by the knight right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's got Chris under its thumb, and it's trying to kidnap Asgore and Toriel. And I mean, who knows, like, when Asriel gets back, I mean, who the hell knows what's going to happen with that, you know? I feel like the knight has something against the Dreamers. And that makes me think, like,
my theory of, like, you know, what the shelter is for and all that stuff, you know, the dark world bubble, that thing, you know, like that thing explains, like, why. Like, it gives a reason for, like, why, you know, like, they get targeted specifically and shit, why they get, like, kidnapped in the first place, you know. But that's gonna be for the next session. But I think this is a... What are you guys saying? He didn't mean monsters there. Yeah, I know. But, like, does he actually, like, say... Did he actually say... Because it looked like I'm more confused, like, not, like, actually calling us a monster. I think he genuinely couldn't perceive, like, if we're a monster or a human. You know, because the way he said it, he said it, didn't say it angrily. He would get mad about this shit, you know what I mean? Like... The
level 19 theory.
Yeah, and plus...
Like, mutates.
Yeah, and it's also, like, how do I say this? You know, like, Asgore is like, how do I say this? You know, he says, no, like, there's no need to fight. You know, if he knew, like, you were a monster, if he knew we were the genocider, he would have attacked immediately. He locks in. You know, Asgore, when the time appears, you know, he locks in. I think he genuinely didn't know that we were the monster. He couldn't figure out that we were, like, you know, human. But yeah, yes, but who is the knight? That is the question. Don't worry about it.
If only we knew.
Don't worry about it.
If only we knew.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, we all have... I feel like everyone has a different theory now as to who the knight is. With all, like, as of chapter 5, I feel like everyone's got a different idea.
It's Milk Looker.
It's Milk Looker. That's a great... I think you figured it out, because the protein thing.
Yeah, and he's a cat.
It is a cat. Every cat in this game is just evil. I think Toby's... like,
racism.
Everyone's talking about how this game is about, like, the nature of storytelling and, like, escapism and stuff. No, this game is about why cats are, like, the worst thing ever, I guess. Toby just hates cats.
Yeah, it's just anti-cat racist propaganda. That's what it is.
Yeah.
100%. He knew that we were the mass killers. Flower warned him. No, he said, like, you must be the one that the flower was talking about. But he was like, you know, I think he was confused. Again, he wasn't like he didn't say the specific sentence of, like, monster. Like,
man trapped in a silo.
Wait, there was also one that was trapped in
I think that could apply to both of them.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those, like, is one of those tricky Tony double meanings.
Yeah.
I feel like you could apply Flower Man Trapped in a Asylum to both. I think it's mostly Asgore, because, I mean, that's, like, by definition what Asylum is, like, you know, like, a prison that's kind of, like, disguised as a paradise kind of deal.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I mean, you know, that's a very harsh way of putting it, considering Flowery's intentions, but that is essentially what they were trying to do, was keep Asgore in the Dark World, so that, you know, he wouldn't have to deal with reality anymore. You know, escapism and everything. It's, I don't know. Something's off about Flowery. I don't think in a bad way. I think he's chill, but he knows a lot, and, like, I mean, Flowery's line about, like, there's something bad underneath the town.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
dude.
I mean, that's like what started my whole, like, insanity about, like, the other theory I'm gonna, you know.
I think he knows that because of the code. because the code is in his soil. I think that's how he knows about whatever's underneath in the shelter.
Oh, you think?
I think so. I think the code being in his soil kind of gave him some sort of meta knowledge about what was underneath the. And also, I mean, Asgore obviously talked to the flowers.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say a bit of a. It's a bit mental, but in a kind loving way, you know, like us. Literally us, by the way. But I guess Mike is John Mental. Can Sham be Mike? No.
I was about to say that is the one part that does not work about this, is that there's no way Sham could be Mike.
Why?
As in, at least in, because wouldn't Tenna recognize him? Wouldn't Tenna be like, oh, that's Mike. That is the guy that was there before. But then again, I mean, Tenna doesn't even know what Mike looks like. So it could be like Sham is just like calling him from his from his shop, like, hello, Tenna, my name is Mike. But maybe. Okay, the Shadow Crystal, I mean, because the Knight has the Shadow Crystal.
Do they?
In Chapter 3, yes. The only way to get the Shadow Crystal is to beat the Knight. You don't get it from the John Mantle fight. You only get it from the Knight.
Ah.
So that does imply to some extent that the Knight is giving out the crystals, but at the same time, it's been made very apparent that that's not the case.
You know,
so I feel like Chapter 3 is weird.
I'm thinking
because
you know, I think what you said is very important, because maybe it means that Sham doesn't give us. Oh my God, because John Mantle is Sham, that means that, you know, it makes sense that he doesn't give you the fucking like a Shadow Crystal, because he's trying to collect them, because it maybe he lost them or something. You know, maybe the Knight and like John Mantle don't work together at all. You know, maybe you know, like, again, it's like the Knight is some type of anti-hero. You know, like spreading around the thing, and we're collecting them for Sham, who's like the big bad. You know, who's John Mantle. And like the only reason why
the Knight is trying to keep them for themselves. The Knight's trying to stop Sham from getting them.
Yeah, that's why they gave them to the fucking secret bosses. That's why it's only the secret bosses and the hardest fights that keep the fucking like crystals.
Though, I mean, but at the same time, I mean, I feel like Sham wants you to get the crystals, right?
Yeah, no, but he wants you to get the crystal. But what I'm saying is basically Sham, he doesn't have them. That's why he doesn't give you through the Aram fight, because that's him, you know. But like the Knight. Like the Knight is against you know, the King of the Dark, which is now how I'm gonna call Sham. You know,
right?
Like in Shadow Crystal, the Dark. Okay, I just say. Okay. Anyway, you know, like maybe that brings him his form of power and shit. You know, maybe he's like a disheveled version right now, but like he can be even stronger. Like, and he shows his true form after getting the pure crystal. You know. Ooh, you know.
Well, there is one other thing that kind of throws a wrench in the whole theory. That Gerson says that he was specifically given his crystal. None of the other secret bosses mentioned being given it, but Gerson very specifically mentions that someone gave him the crystal. Cherry,
the thing is, what I'm trying to say the other time, like the 36 seconds ago, is that the Knight is trying to keep them away from us. You know, if the Knight was keeping all of them on their person, like, we couldn't just like get all the crystals. Like, that's why all the crystals go to secret bosses, to the hardest enemies we can fight. You know, right? And like they disperse it around to have the genuinely the hardest fight, so that, you know, we basically they have to put them somewhere, and they give it to like the hardest like enemies that we can fight. You know, that's why, you know, it doesn't matter if it's like lore relevant. Well, that's why Mew has a fucking crystal, because she's the toughest enemy at that point in chapter 5. You know. Well,
the other thing though about that is, like, why take that risk? If the Knight is trying to just keep all the crystals for themselves, why not just keep them?
Because
why give them to the bosses at all?
Maybe they cannot just keep them, because like they are at odds. You know, like, you see the Knight is always moving. Sham is always not moving. Sham is always static. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Gerson was the only one who actually was given the crystal. I feel like all the other bosses just stumbled upon it.
But why did Gerson have it?
Because Spamton stumbled upon it. Spamton wasn't given the crystal. Spamton didn't even know the crystal existed. The crystal was in the suit, and Spamton just happened to have it. I mean, Sham even mentions, like, Spamton didn't even know he had it. It was just in the suit. Jevel's whole thing is still kind of like, we don't even really know Jevel's whole deal, but
I think I think, okay, Javel, why he has it is like maybe like the last thing he managed to keep from Sham, like in their fight, before like getting like put in a prison. Maybe it was like the final like piece, like how Caesar collects like the last ring from Wamu, in the last stand, that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like Javel got it like that, And then Spamton, is it that really that far-fetched to think that a suit he was gonna wear, like someone just planted the shadow crystal there, And then
I don't think it's far-fetched. I'm just saying, I feel like it makes I feel like it's a less of a stretch to just assume that, like, because it's a lost dream, right? Like, and it was the lost dream of either, because it was supposed to be Mettaton's, like, dream body, right? But it never came into fruition. So I think the shadow crystal was Mettaton's lost dream of having their body, and that's why the shadow crystal was in the suit in the first place.
What was it? What would be linked to, like, a lost dream? I think maybe, like
that's what Sham says the crystals are. The shadow crystals they hold the power of lost dreams.
But lost dreams, darkness, king of dark Sham, the lost dream, he lost his like empire, he lost his kingdom of the dark, all of them hold it, and they're like retranscribed somewhere else, but like at the end it was his. Like he's like weakened right now because he doesn't have all the crystals and shit,
I mean, he's also just old as fuck. He might just kind of be out of his prime.
I don't know. Look at his mechanical.
I don't think Sham. I don't know. I don't think Sham wants the crystals for themselves. I think Sham wants Chris to have the crystals because they want Chris to do something specific with them. I don't think they could care less about the pure crystal, or having it. I do think they genuinely want Chris to do this because they have a plan for Chris specifically, and that plan is the sword route.
But that would just end up Chris fighting Sham, then in that case
maybe not.
I think it makes less sense, I genuinely think like bringing it for himself, again, like the parallel with the king, in chapter 1, he wants to bring about more fountains to like make the dark prevail. And that's his dream, is to like make the darkness, like he bring about the roaring to make darkness,
But the roaring is bad. The roaring kills all the darkners.
Does it?
Yeah. If the roaring happens, all the darkners turn to stone permanently. Relze says that in chapter 2.
Maybe he lied.
Relze does keep a lot of secrets, but I don't think he's ever like straight up lied before.
I mean, if we go with this theory, like Relze's kind of hiding his identity and shit,
I don't think Relze is a bad. I don't think evil Relze has been a thing for a while. I just don't believe it. I think Relze is.
I don't think he's evil. He wants to do like Lancer, then like fight against his dad. That's why he like has the, it's kind of a lie he has to bring to like give motivation for the Darkners as well. To not, like bring about more like fountains. Imagine if they just knew like, oh yeah, they could prevail. They would just fight the Lightners to the death. Because it would mean like no matter what, they will be like winning. You know what I'm saying? So it would give like a better motivation for everyone to like be happy and be friends. I think Gerson said the crystal wasn't just on his desk.
If that was Sham's goal, then why interfere at all? The roaring is prophesies to happen no matter what. Why even bother with the shadow crystals in the first place?
But if he's not moving, if he's not making moves, maybe it doesn't happen,
Well, yeah, because Chris is doing it for them.
Yeah, that's why we're getting.
That's the whole prophecy.
That's the.
But the crystals aren't necessary for the prophecy is happening no matter what. The rowing is going to happen no matter what. I think I'm still convinced of this. I think there's just some little case that need to be worked out. Because there's just no way. I don't know. Maybe it's just the hype moments in Aura getting to me, and that this is a completely stupid theory with no thematic or narrative through line at all. But evil Sham goes so hard. I need this to work. We need to solve this right now.
We must drink the acid.
We need to drink the acid. We need to figure this out right now.
Yes. Okay. We can end it here, I think, for today, because this is where we got to from like the analysis here. Because
this is just from the.
Yeah, let's round up like a bit of what we said. Oh yeah, and also my god, interaction with egg, get egg. Oh yeah, like the fact that we only get this interaction. We gotta interact with friend and we gotta have the egg. I think that's like I forgot
about the eggs.
Like how do I say this? She gives us this warning, because we could like get dog interact with friend and not get this. you know?
Yeah.
And why is it like if we get the egg, we get like the interaction? I'm saying like basically there's like a war between the eggs and the friend. You know, we're holding the eggs, which is dangerous for us to hold.
Right.
And we're
Friend
getting
doesn't
like
the eggs.
we're getting warned by Mew. Because like you know we got a bitten from friend, which, you know, like just a warning that, you know, you're working with the two factions, like, you know, they're working with the egg faction and the cat faction, you know.
Yeah.
And
if you combine the two, you make the twisted sword. If you get the eggs, and if you get the eggs. Oh no,
no, that has to do with it.
Yeah, no, that's the thorn ring. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm getting way ahead of myself.
It's okay.
So the eggs, I mean, something crazy's gotta happen if you get the eggs and the shadow crystals, right? I mean, something like crazy's gotta happen.
Not too important, not too unimportant.
Not too unimportant, except for the fact that the main antagonist of the game seems to be trying to stop you from getting them.
You're right. You are correct.
I mean, okay, I'm not under any delusion that like the eggs are going to be like the key to like the true secret ultimate ending where everyone is happy, nothing bad happens.
What do you mean?
I don't think that's going to be the case.
It is. What do you mean it is?
Yeah, you think it is?
I don't know. Like the eggs are gonna give us like the insight that maybe like gives us like a reason. Like maybe getting all the eggs and gets us to get us to meet like Chris's therapist, and they make us like make amends, and we can like work together like Mew did. Boom, and then we can like, you know, like do strategies with Chris, and then you just like finish like whatever we finish John Mantle at the end, you know, boom, because we work together. Boom. You know what I mean?
I could see it. I could say we use the eggs to find Therapist Gaster, and Therapist Gaster guides Chris through their trauma. They find closure.
Why Gaster though?
We work together.
Because I think Gaster has gotta be evil. He's 666. You know what I'm saying?
No, the other one. No, the other Gaster.
Oh my god, that's the Gaster, Deltarune, and the Gaster Undertale like theory. Okay.
I mean, there's no reason why. If there is not a Deltarune Gaster, that is more strange. That deserves more of an explanation than if there is one. Because why would there just be this one character who doesn't have a counterpart? That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe
every other character has a counterpart, so why wouldn't Gaster?
Papyrus.
Papyrus is in the Sans and Papyrus are different because they're most likely.
No. The Forgotten Man. You know, because what really prompted us to go with like, you know, these two Gasters is the Forgotten Man. But turns out the Forgotten Man may very well be Papyrus. You know.
I am not a Papyrus believer in the Forgotten Man's identity. I'm sorry.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm team. My two theories for the Forgotten Man is it's either Therapist Deltarune Gaster, or we just never learn who it actually is, and it's just like some weird mystical representation of Chris's past that doesn't actually like have a proper identity. That, I mean, I could be wrong. Obviously, I don't have any like super solid narrative analysis or, you know, any solid evidence. I just feel like those are the two most likely.
But you know, okay, one thing though. What do y'all think about the fact that in the PlayStation version, if you take the eggs, the game counts it as an error, as making you to finish the chapter with any errors? Yes, and I was gonna get to that. By basically, it gives us, you know, this interaction with friends plus the eggs. It gives us the fact that, you know, there's like two gangs and like they interact with friend. I think the friend group is Gaster, you know, because the eggs are an issue to Gaster, you know, and like Gaster's trying to hunt down the people holding the eggs. You know what I'm saying? And
Gaster doesn't like the eggs.
Yeah. So
and I think Nightmare, John Mantle, Sham probably, you know, kind of hijacked the friends, the friendling.
Yeah, something like that.
Their initial purpose was to seek out the eggs, but now, you know, evil John Mantle Sham is, you know, kind of, because like Mimi says, right? They're fickle. They're loyal to whoever feeds them.
Yeah, there's literally no reason to put this if it wasn't extremely relevant.
So I think, you know, and if there are multiple friends, which I mean I'm pretty sure they are, then maybe some of them are after the eggs. You know, maybe some of them are still on Gaster's side, and maybe some of them kind of switched sides over to Nightmare's side, or Sham Mantle Holder.
What do you think? So, like, you know, the Gaster gang, you know, is like friends. He is like friend and all that shit. Like, you know, Image Friend, Shadow Mantle, you know, kind of, sort of. I think they're not allied, but, you know, yeah, it's Gaster gang. But the Egg gang, the Eggs guy, whose gang is that? The Forgotten Men gang, but I don't know if...
I think the Forgotten Man is just
his own...
their own thing. I think the Forgotten Man...
Truth gang. I'm gonna go with Truth gang.
And, yeah, the Truth gang. Honestly, if you want my just off the cuff, just thinking...
Yeah?
Or, you know, thinking out loud take...
Yeah?
I feel like Sham / John Mantle / Nightmare / the Demon / whatever you want to call him, Gaster and the Forgotten Man are all at odds with each other.
Yeah, it's like a massive power struggle.
And they're all trying to do something else. Gaster is trying to, well, I don't know what Gaster's trying to do, but clearly Forgotten Man and John Mantle, they both have a special interest in Chris specifically. You know, the Forgotten Man is giving Chris these eggs, you know, this evidence of something. You know, these magical items that Gaster does not like.
Yes.
You know, Gaster does not want. Maybe Gaster doesn't want Chris. I think it's Gaster doesn't want us to know. I think Gaster does not want like the player to know what's going on. Whereas then you have John Mantle, who wants Chris to do the evil stuff because they get something out of it. You know, that's the Shadow Crystal side, and they have hijacked little friendlings, and they don't. You know, those friendlings don't care about the eggs. You know, they care about whatever John Mantle wants them to do. And then you have the Forgotten Man, who is. Wait, no, I already talked about the Forgotten Man.
I'm listening.
Okay, so the Forgotten Man and John Mantle, I feel like aren't even really like. I feel like they don't really overlap. I feel like they're probably at odds with each other in the way that they both want different things having to do with Chris, but I don't think they are actually like at a war with each other. I think it's just Gaster has two ops. Gaster just made two enemies out of the Forgotten Man and out of Mr. Mantle. And I think it's because...
Because?
I need to think.
You know? Okay, I'm gonna let you think because before I cut you.
An expand for him. I'm Team Evil Gaster personally. I've always been Team Evil Gaster. If he's not, then John Mantle here has some massive shoes to fill. I think. Well, okay, I don't think Gaster is, like, evil. I think he's evil in the sense that, like...
What he does is unethical.
He's evil in the Toby Fox way, right? He's evil in, like, his methods are cruel. Yeah, he doesn't care, but he's doing it for a very honorable reason. Like, ultimately, I feel like he's still trying to...
get in contact with us.
Achieve his goal.
Because Gaster's goal, like, was, like, you know, getting in touch with us. You know, he wants us to get, like, closer. You know, yes. Needing each other in such a way. You know, he needs us, and we need him.
Yeah, he never elaborates on that. He never elaborates on what he needs us for. I think very scary.
You know, I think Gaster is like he has like a Monica, like the Doki Doki Literature Club type of thing going on. You know, she doesn't care anymore because she knows his world. He knows his world is not real. You know, and like
there's something far greater out there, and he wants to experience
get a piece of that
because he knows that his world isn't real. But then it's like, well, then what's Deltarune all about? You know, what's that have to do with anything?
This is the cool side project.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's just to entice us.
Yes.
Maybe it's all just like a trap to lure us. But I don't know. I feel like that kind of undermines the entire game.
You know, I was thinking.
I don't know. I
was thinking, Gaster. Okay, there's like 3 teams. There's like the Gaster gang, which has like a bit of friends, like
some friends. It's got the normal NPC maybe.
Friends. Wait. Hold. Then you got John Mantle. I'm gonna leave him here. But you know, I'm thinking something. I think the Forgotten Man works with the Knight.
You think the Forgotten Man knows the Knight?
Like he works with the Knight. Like they want like the same thing, kind of. Because I'm getting a very strong feeling that the Knight turns out, you know, I said something a long time ago, you know, when you talk on Discord, you know, after chapter 4. I think the Knight, you know, he does like open fountains, but he knows we're gonna cook. He knows we're gonna do this shit. And what I'm really thinking is that the Knight is actually trying to make us stronger. You know, he's trying to make us stronger and also like you know, prevent John Mental from getting what he needs. You know, like protecting us, protecting from the Shadow Crystal, and like, you know, how do I say this? He doesn't. Maybe they benefit each other, but they don't actually like maybe not directly work together. But I don't know. Maybe the Forgotten Man is the Knight.
Whoa.
Oh my God, that's why he's forgotten. Oh my God, Papyrus Knight. Papyrus is the Knight.
Dude.
Oh, hold on.
It's all come back to Papyrus. All this,
Yeah.
and it all just came back to Papyrus, right?
Yo,
The
because
fucking chapter 1 crackpot theory was true this whole time.
yeah.
Friend and Eggman are the two people I guess who talks about that. In entry 17, what do you two think?
The Friend and Eggman are two people that Gaster talks about in the next thing in Undertale. Just around. I don't think so, but that's a good shout though. That's a good shout. But I have my own like concept. This is okay.
A lot of people say Sans and Papyrus, but what people don't realize is that like legitimately is impossible.
Why? Oh yeah.
Because
It is.
Gaster would have shattered before Sans and Papyrus came to Undertale, so
Yeah.
there's no way they would have ever met.
Absolutely. How did we even access entry 17, by the way?
It's a room that you have to like hack yourself into.
Because maybe entry
it's
17
like a debug room
because
kind of thing.
it would help my other theory, but like maybe entry 17 is from Deltarune.
Right, it's like,
You know?
yeah, I mean, I guess we have no reason to suspect that it has, you know, that it's actually part of the Undertale timeline. I mean, Gaster was shattered across space and time. I mean, who's to say entry 17 isn't like 2 million years into the future or like way in the past, you know? That's a good point, actually.
I'm thinking. Wait, so I'm just zoned out super hard. Forgotten Man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is again like that's like a whole other theory territory, but because yeah, I mean, we don't even see Papyrus. He's gone. The only Lightner that's like crazy. Honestly, I hope the drone isn't too attached to Undertale. I have. Oh, well, sorry for you, but one of my theories makes it like they're directly connected. We will see about that later, but you know, I think it would be dope though, because it's not that it's a story that's connected to it. It's for people. Deltarune is for people that play Deltarune is for people that play Undertale, and that's what Toby said, you know. But
Yeah, Toby did say Deltarune is a game for people who played Undertale.
yeah, and you know, I don't think you're really far-fetched anymore, because Papyrus is a good guy. Papyrus is forgotten. We don't even see him. I know you don't abide by this theory, but like,
I mean, Sans mentions he has a brother. It's not like he's completely forgotten.
but maybe because Sans is a piece. Fuck Sans. I know this guy like. He does too much. Like, I know he has like some dimensional bullshit thing going on. I know, we know for a fact that it's like that, you know. Like, he could say like, oh yeah, like, hey Turf, I see you playing the video game, lol, how you liking this chapter? And it would not shock me at all. Like, we know this guy knows, you know, like some too much, you know. I don't know. It's like,
That'd be so fucking funny. Just halfway through chapter 7, Sans is like, so how are you enjoying it so far?
yeah, since I'm still,
Are you liking it?
yeah, and I didn't like how the fact that she boned my mom. Yes, I was very mad. Turf is mad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, yeah, and basically, okay. So I'm gonna, no, actually that's another theory for another day. Sorry. So there's like we have clans that I cannot disclose because the haters sabotage me. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's how Sham is running right now.
True.
I got players that I cannot share with you right now because
True.
the haters will sabotage you.
This guy, he has so much aura. And like, the way he speaks, the way Sam speak. Oh yeah, I forgot to write the cynicism. I swear, like there's like the same cynicism in like the Aram and like Sham, you know, speech by talking, you know.
And maybe the reason he's getting hope is not for good reasons. You know, maybe he's becoming more hopeful that things can change because it will be for bad reasons. Because he's evil.
Evil. Yes, absolutely.
Evil Sham.
Even...
In his evil shop, where he only sells double dark burgers because he's a cheapskate.
Hey, yeah, the two items he sells are double dark burger because he's the king of the dark. He can generate them. It just makes sense again. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
you can spit them up like hairballs.
Wait, what's the other item you can make? Spooky sword? Like, what's the two other items? It's like Amber card, Brody.
He's got
Brody.
infinite
No. Listen to me.
Okay.
All he sells. Okay. He sells items. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. Items. He sells Dark Burger, right?
Yeah.
Wait. Actually, I'm gonna make it more obvious. I'm gonna make it like Carol posting. Dark
posting. Okay.
Dark Burger. Dark
Carol posting.
Candy. Spooky sword, and you're gonna understand later. And then Amber card, right? That's what he sells, if I'm not mistaken. And look, this is dark. Dark. Boom. All right. King of Dark, and then dark. Again, and then the spooky sword. What color is the spooky sword? It's black.
It's like, what,
wait.
It's black and orange.
It's black and orange.
Yeah.
Black.
Because it's Halloween. Because it's scary.
Yeah, black and orange.
And the church is the Halloween thing.
What?
Where the prophecy is during the festival, the church is decorated all Halloweeny because it's where like the prophecy is and shit.
Yeah, black and orange. All right, and the blood's black and orange. Okay, and then Amber card. You know what amber is? It's orange. It's fucking orange.
Right.
Who the fuck else is black and orange? Dark, black and orange. It's fucking John Mantle. It just keeps making sense. You just cannot tell me nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let me.
No, I know what you're saying, dude. I'm seeing the vision.
Sham. Okay, let me go straight to what he sells like in chapter 5, because I don't want to be wrong right now. Okay, main story, shop dialogue. Sorry. What's chapter 5? Wizard energy. You're a light nerd. I'll take a life. Where's chapter 5 shit? Shop chapter 5. There's shop 3 is chapter 5 Sham theme. Wait, fuck off. Wait, what? Actually, sorry. In current game music files, all that.
You wanna know what else is crazy? Yeah. Sham's theme is Rude Buster, by the way.
Really?
The melody in Sham's shop is Rude Buster.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you're right. Wait,
I don't know if that actually has any relevance, but like.
This guy only has like one upvote. I swear he 2 months ago. In current game music files, all that contains shop are as follows: shop1.ogg, Sham Shop, Hip Shop OGG, Rule Shop, Cybershop.ogg, Cybertrio, Chris Piano Shop.ogg, Shop 3. Only Sham Shop follows this pattern. So I strongly believe that either Sham Shop theme will be replaced by Shop 3, or somebody new will take over their shop. As for why it's a 3 and not 2, I guess that there do exist a Shop 2, but we don't know it now. This leads to Sham fight theory. According to Toby's text leak of Sham, I suppose I owe you an explanation about all this. Was this? Personally, I believe that it's after a devilishly difficult Sham fight or something about Shattered Crystals just happened. That was before chapter 5 though, this guy. And you no doubt have realized yourself by now. Is also suspicious. Or should Kristen already know about it? No, okay, this is outdated. Sham, Deltarune Wiki. Yeah, so Dark Burger, Dark Candy, Amber Card, Spooky Sword, CD Bagel, Dark Candy. Replaces Dark Candy after recruiting at least 9 Darkness in Cyber World. Darker Candy. And he sells Darker. he sells Dark, then Darker Candy.
Darker, yet darker. Dude, imagine next chapter he's not even there, and all you can buy is yet darker candy. Yeah, I would actually scream.
Oh my god. God.
Okay, wouldn't that be so hype though if you show up to his shop in chapter 6 and he's just not there?
And then you look at the shop, you can just look at it around and stuff, and then when you exit the shop he's behind you. It is nothing there's nothing. There's just him behind you, and there's the shop. Like all the castle town is all these little cool cute little houses, they're not there anymore. Boom, they're like, okay.
I see the vision.
Wait, Sham is they them? What the fuck are you talking about? He's a dude, no? Right?
I don't know.
I mean, he's the king of the dark. Has to be, king of darkness. I mean, I made that up, right? But still. The idea was going to happen in chapter 7 side B. But
what do you mean it doesn't abide by my headcanon I made up right now?
I signed him as male at theory. All right, it's wait. I signed Amat. He's Amat. All right. He's I do not because I said he's the king. He's gonna be yes. And there we go. But then plus, I don't know, he never gave, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, any idea what's going to happen in Chapter 7, Side B?
I mean, after that scene in Chapter 5, I mean, anything goes. In for Chapter 7, I mean, oh my god.
I'm thinking, I mean, Chapter 7, Side B is gonna be like save grafting, like stuff. And basically what was gonna happen is, save grafting, and what's gonna happen is like, you know, we're gonna be breaking the game and like we're gonna be like boundary breaking, we're gonna be like in a fucked up, you know, monochrome, you know that whole stuff. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And yeah, don't you worry about it. You'll see. But I'm not saying much because that's gonna be for other theories. We don't want to spoil. We wouldn't want to spoil everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyway, yeah, you. I love your drawing. It's very good.
Thank you.
But yeah, dude, there's so much things pointing out at him. Like there's just so much pointing out at him. It's like dark then darker. Come on, just come on. Just dark then dark. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. You just can't. You can't make that shit up. All of that, by the way, all of that because of this thing. What even prompted us to like go with the Sham? Oh yeah, cats, all right. The cats change their appearance or go into hiding. Oh, Chris, it's terrible. Yeah. Oh yeah, because of the Aram. Because we got like we got like a John Mantle lore. The Chris, I'm extremely homophobic smirk. Okay. Oh my god, you did the fucking blur.
I'm trying the best I can.
No, it works. It's perfect. It's perfect. You cannot make it perfecter. I mean, you can, but you know what I mean. Oh my god. You know, I find her like talking sprite way more good than her like you know, actual sprite. I think she looks ugly as fuck. Like she looks like a fucking truck. Like, you know, the front grille of a truck. She looks like that on her like overworld sprite, but like her talking sprite, she has aura. You know, she's like you know, she looks like a fucking, yeah, you know, like a square. But then like on the talking sprite, she looks like a triangle. And you know, triangles are better all the time, you know. But yeah, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Like her overworld sprite versus her regular sprite?
Yes.
Or her portrait? Yeah, she has shading for some reason. She's like one of the only people in the game who has shading.
Yeah, and it's yeah, I don't, and I just don't like her face. Just again, you know what I'm talking about when I'm saying a truck, right? Like, you know how you look at a trunk from the front, there's like this giant grills, you know, like you know, like the yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna show you. Carol Holiday. Oh, yeah, of course, if I look up Carol Holiday, dumbass. Okay, Carol Holiday Deltarune. Okay. And then you bring up a truck front. A pickup truck front, blue. There we go. Boom. I'm gonna pull out the overworld. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if you're gonna get what I'm saying. Look at her face here. Look at this truck. Look at this. Okay. It looks the same. To me, this is what I see. Do you see what I'm saying?
Is this what Asgard's trying to get closer to?
Exactly.
The deer in headlights phenotype.
Yes. I don't know. Do you see it, or am I just like being a bit schizo?
Unfortunately, I don't see it, but maybe someone else will. Maybe.
All right. I don't know. Okay. Well, fair enough. I don't know. Yeah, I think low-key this fucking dude, this inconspicuous motherfucker. I am team Evil Sham all the way now. Yes,
I am like
this handshake it. This like dap me up. Yeah? No?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. Okay, well, let's draw it. Let's draw it.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go red because evil, obviously.
Okay, I'll go
boom.
I don't know.
Boom.
I'll go black because also evil.
Yes. Evil game. Yes, we wouldn't be evil if we didn't make theories, right? Okay. Boom.
I don't even know how to.
This is the hand. You make another hand with the other hand.
Wait, what's my brush doing? Hold on. I don't know what that was. I just like made a weird little.
And I have a vein because I'm very angry.
So
there we go. Boom.
Wait, how do I actually?
It's like. Bah, fucking hell. Okay, that's scary. You redeem that fuck. Okay. It's like, you know, like this. You know, I have the finger here. You know, like fingers here. And you know, and then like, you know, like the thumb here maybe. You know. Boom. There we go. We sealed it. And we're not the fountain though, but you know, we sealed the deal, and we know we're gonna be right. Toby, he's like, he made a big mistake. Toby made a big mistake. All right, and trusting us with this new content because we have figured out the game. He's the one in the middle. You know, he's the man in. No, he's not the man in between. Whatever. I don't know. But I think he's Eram. I do think Sham is the Burning Eyes. What do you think? What do you think? He has like a fucking bro. He's like Cyclops from the X-Men. He's like, this is like to contain his power.
To contain his power. That's why it has the flowy face on.
Yeah, he has the flowy everyone like symbol. Exactly.
Yeah, because he has the power to destroy everyone.
Yeah, and he needs the shadow crystal to power it up. You know. Yeah. Maybe but he's like the plushie, right? Though. You know why is the plushie though? There was like the plushie. Is the plushie ever like familiar to them though? Like,
no, the plush is never explained whose it is, where it came from, or why it's in the classroom. Sham is a total mystery in that regard. Unless you mean the actual like Fangamer merch, which I don't think exists. I would buy a Sham plushie though.
I mean, there is one at sale, like in Fangamer.
There is one? Okay, I'm getting one then. Because he's evil.
Purest personality, gender is left ambiguous, although their name is based on children masculine given name. They're never referred to any permanent. Okay, his main story. Chapter 1, seem their shop.
Odds and Ends.
What?
Their shop is called Odds and Ends.
Odds and Ends? What are you talking about?
That's their shop name. It just said on the wiki.
It's a shop with S-E-A-P. What?
Yeah, look at the wiki.
I'm on the wiki. I am on the wiki.
Yeah, go chapter 1. Look at the chapter 1 thing.
I'm on the same wiki. Wait.
I'm watching your stream right now.
Deltarune.
What?
There's two wikis.
It was right there.
There's two wikis.
It was right there. I read it on the screen. That's why I pointed it out. Okay, go down to the chapter 1 paragraph.
Selling odds and ends. Ah, okay. Odds and ends.
Ends. Like endings.
Ooh.
Because he's evil.
Ooh. Sham gives a very broken key. It tells him to walk where the stars don't shine. Ooh. Stars don't shine. The darkness because the king of dark.
Wait, stars don't shine? Like the stars?
Because basically that was the clue
from
to
fucking,
get
like
the
the
key.
night?
Maybe.
The shining star? Wasn't there like a poem in chapter 4 about that?
I don't know.
About like a shining star that fell and it cried and became the shadow crystals or whatever? I don't know. I mean that's looking way too deep into it. That was just a hint as to where you get the Jewel key part. But interesting.
In the anger room, if the party gets past King without harming anyone, Droll Kotorak appears among the celebrants at Card Castle. He mentions they ask Sham to come as well, but the latter was not interested.
But they didn't care. They don't care. They just want the shadow crystals.
Yeah.
They're not the sentimental type.
I
find it interesting because Sham is always surprised that we beat the people.
Yeah, Sham
Could
plushie
just
dialogue.
be fake, but maybe they're genuinely like.
I need to see like the dialogue, the flavor
Yeah,
text.
can you interact it? Yeah, the flavor text for the plushie. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever even seen that. No.
And plus he has a staff here, on the plushie, and he's like a fire ember staff.
They have the Sean or the Seam Ripper. That's the name of their weapon.
The Seam what? Oh, the Seam Ripper. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the name of their weapon.
That's a very interesting name. You know why? Because Seam Ripper, you rip the fabric. You rip the fabric of reality. Oh, I don't know. The glitch. Maybe I don't know.
I think so. That's what I'm saying. All this Sham stuff is really starting to fall into place. I need to analyze it as like a narrative thing and not just an evidence thing.
Yeah, different Sham plush. Okay, maybe there's like clues even on the website.
Maybe it doesn't even say. Does it even have flavor text?
I think there is though. I remember something, but the name's Sham, pronounced Sham, and this is my little shop. The official deterrent plush measuring. Okay, there's no plush staff. A plush staff with its own button attached to ears. Okay, the Sham plush button I spins around on its mount. It's very interesting that they insist on the spinning around though. And it's called the Seam Reaper, right? Or the Sham Ripper. Maybe
yeah.
they just how they feel like the sewn. Maybe like when you open them.
It's so big.
Wait. No, you're gonna understand. You're gonna understand. You're gonna understand this. You're gonna understand what happened. Hold on. Wait.
They have a battle scar of some kind.
No. Who don't care about that? They'll see. Oh my god.
I'm scared. You're scaring me.
Boom.
You're freaking me out.
Sham ripped equals burning eyes.
Alright, so do you remember like 2 seconds ago when I said they have a scar and you were like, that's not important? Now you're
Did I say
pointing
that?
at their scar.
Did I say
yes, yes, you said that.
Oh wait, did I? I don't know. I think it was. I remember me saying like.
It's alright. No, it's all good.
But the Sham Reaper, the Seam Reaper, but like the Sham Reaper, it's gonna rip himself. That he's contained. Like right now, his power. He has a button to contain like his own shit. But like with the Sham Reaper, he can rip it off and like burning eyes. It's not a scar. It's like an eye. Here. It's like it's glowing orange. And like burning eyes. It's gonna activate the burning eyes. Burning eyes. What is burning eyes? It's fucking John Mantle again. It's more connections. The connections just keep happening.
Do you want to know what's extra crazy though?
Yeah.
Check this out. You're never gonna believe this.
I'm watching. I'm very adamantly. No way.
That looked like the GIF with the that you pulled over.
This guy has any strength left in him. Surely not enough to fight. Yeah, that's why we're getting the shadow crystals
in their
for him.
prime.
That's why we're getting the shadow crystals for him.
Okay, I think there's some context we left out. There's a very popular theory that back in the day when Des and Azrael were still in town and Noel and Chris were still children, there's a very popular theory that Azrael, Des, and Sham were the original heroes of the prophecy, and so that's part of why the whole like burning thing is so prevalent, because Ralsei has fire magic, and so it would make sense that Sham has fire magic, in which we know that John Mantle has fire magic.
Yeah, I mean, you remember that wasn't that like the theory of like a long time ago, like
that was a very old theory from like, I think genuinely that was like the chapter 2 era.
Yeah, but that was us. We are the ones who created it. I remember, right?
I don't know if we created it.
No,
but
I remember coming up with a part of this, like the whole. And you remember, like saying they were like basically all the party members. Like there was like an ancient party, like a gang before the gang. The current gang.
Shouldn't Ralsei know about that if that's the case? That's the thing.
He's hiding.
He doesn't, because in chapter 5, when he reads Asgore's paper about there being the night back during Des's disappearance, he's like completely taken aback. He's like, there shouldn't have been, the night was only supposed to appear when the heroes did. And that's because there were heroes already that Ralsei just didn't know about, because Sham was the one that was in that role. All Ralsei knows is the prophecy. He doesn't know that there was people already trying to do the prophecy. But obviously something went very wrong. Des ended up disappearing. Whether that has anything to do with the old prophecy, or if that maybe like whatever the great tragedy is what happened to Death.
I mean, here is like the whole text dump of like
the whole text.
All of Deltarune in text is here. Then I put chapter 1, but how do I?
How does that on for? I mean, we don't know anything about it. We don't know what he actually is even. Because every Darkner is something, but we don't know what Ralsei is. Ralsei was actually about to tell us what he was in chapter 3, but then fucking Tenna cut him off, because I hate Tenna.
No, you don't.
And that's just, I don't, but I hate him for that. That specifically pissed me off.
But he was gonna say, you think he was gonna say something we don't expect
he
him to say?
He was gonna say, even I am, and then he gets cut off.
Even I, what do you mean?
When he was talking about how all the Darkners are real-world objects brought to life by darkness, he was like, Queen is a laptop, Lancer is a card, blah blah blah, and then he was about to say, and even I am, and then gets cut off by Tenna. Right. So we don't know how old Ralsei is, or because we don't even know what he is. I mean, there's a million different theories. The locket that we believe Was it gets cut off by Susie? Well then, fuck Susie. I hope that I hope that the final tragedy is that she dies.
Oh
just
wait,
for that.
Look! It shows like the the purple guy that I was talking about. Like how he's like creepy and like there's like some bullshit.
Purple guy.
Like the warrior. He was talking about the warrior, thankfully absent due to pizza-related injuries, constantly terrorizing customers with war chants. Purple guy. Man, that guy, you gotta... Actually, does that guy even work here? My coworkers, where would I be without them? Does that guy even work here? Like, ever since he said that, I'm like, bro, he said that guy, you gotta... Yeah, you know what I mean? Something really off with this dude.
It is weird. He's one of the mafia members, I'm telling you.
I'm trying to fuck. No, like, whatever.
Whoa.
I'm trying...
Same, brother.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to find like what do we have any idea? A button maybe, cotton heart and a button eye, like something that like that could be the flavor text of like Sham.
A fluffy guy?
No, like
Sham looks like a fluffy guy.
Yeah, I looked fluff, but it's all like Rousey, like fluffy boys.
Yeah.
No.
The power of fluffy boy shines within you.
Charm overworld plush. It doesn't spawn.
I don't think it has flavor text.
I'm gonna look up my own fucking playthrough, alright? Because I know for a fact.
If it did, it would. Yeah.
No.
If it does, you would have seen it. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
I don't know if since like it's like a replaying, I don't know if it's my finally back in hometown, my first edited video of the Deltarune is like 5 views. That's cool. I don't know if it performed well, but like big viewership. Anyway, that's not the point. 30th uncut. There we go. So let's see. Let's go all the way. Actually, we can just sort by ancient. There we go. Deltarune chapter 1. There we go. And that's me just speedrunning, just to catch a playthrough, which you were at, by the way. Go to the cherry.
I was there.
Cherry's the go. Been here since day one. Hey, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at.
Shama, what? We're gonna get to chapter 6. No, you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna get to chapter 7 and the game's gonna be over, and then we're gonna go back and look at Sham's dialogue, and it's gonna be like the fucking like Gaster, world revolving, I am evil. And it's be like, wow, how did we miss this?
Yeah. I agree. He has a sword too. I know, that's just a spooky sword. Never mind. Look at me with my long hair, my long beard, with my old glasses. No.
I'm sure.
Feels like I'm older on the video than like I am right now. Okay, so wait, I'm gonna seal the fountain.
Ceiling, and your very soul's glowing.
I'd use classroom. Okay, I do check shit, right? Because I know myself. Please check this plushie. Please check the plushie.
It's just gonna be like
Turf.
It's a plush.
Turf. Stop taking a piss. Turf. It's up. Whoa. What did I say?
It's a worn down stuffed doll.
It's a worn down stuffed animal. Worn down.
No, stuffed animal. It's seen its days because he's been around, or they've been around the block. I'm telling you, they were there when Ezreal and Des were here. They were the original Relze.
These are just...
They've got battle scars and shit.
Is it all the dialogue there is about the Sham's plushie? Wait, it's a worn down stuff. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Because they go to the castle town after this, so...
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Very, very interesting.
So he was like still like vague, he didn't like... to be honest, if Toby gave us from the get-go that like the Sham...
Yeah, if Toby was like, this plushie is giving a bad vibe, then be like, huh,
like,
I wonder what's gonna happen.
Not even that, like basically, oh yeah, we remember Ezreal playing with it when we were kids, if just that would have been like explosion, like he would have... we wouldn't have found people would have found what we just found like way earlier, than we did.
Right. That's it. Because we 100% figured it out, of course.
Someone that can draw should make a fan art of Rousey taking Sham role. What?
Of like old Rousey, like running the shop.
Would be funny.
That'd be cool. That would be really cool, actually. Kind of looks like. Well, I guess he'd look more actorial than Asgore as a grown-up, probably.
Okay, all right. I think that's all we're gonna be Okay. Right.
Yeah, I'm burnt out. I don't know
Me
if I
too.
can. After I think we peaked here with fucking Sham as John Mantle.
Yes.
I mean, we're gonna have to come back with a fresh pair of eyes next week in order to top that.
There is definitely though like something we gotta keep in mind: the sampled blood idea, like the concept of like it's gonna get worse with friend.
Yeah, it's like it got a taste and now it's sicked onto us.
Yes.
Friend
like a
is
shark.
after us because we got the eggs,
Sham.
and they don't like the eggs.
Shamus cat. Noel cat pairs.
You know, it is kind of fucked up that like cat are known for eating fish, and they kidnapped Undyne and said police sacrifice.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying that is kind of fucked
Oh,
up.
you're right.
Because you know, like Asgore and Toriel, like it's never mentioned why the knight is trying to kidnap them, but all of a sudden, Undyne police sacrifice. It's like. It's weird that they bring attention specifically to why Undyne was kidnapped and not Asgore or Toriel. So basically, a lot of eating going on. Onion-san might have been eaten. We got Undyne's about to get eaten. There's all sorts of eating going on with like Susie eating cakes and stuff. lots of food going on.
Yes, a lot of boring. Very curious.
Yeah. How about Toby, do you have anything you wanna?
Yeah, you want to say to the class?
Anything you wanna say to us?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
We already solved your game, so it's the least you could do.
Wait, did I write the one thing? Super strong, orange mouth, very knowledge, shadow crystal, cat knows all bosses, future knowledge, gas or speech, wizard, fire, purple for darkness, cynicism, items, and he had the mental.
That's the thing that really convinces me. There is no way Sham let the mantle get. Like, who could have even possibly done that? It had to have been them. Sham was the only person who and they just faked this whole story to throw Chris off the trail.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mew Mew. You gave us the truth of the game.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. How did this all stem from freaking Mew Mew?
Because Sham is a cat, nasty creatures. John Mantle,
That's true.
all the John Mantle exposition. You know, the cat army. Pet loyalty, the protein. There was the mic that bridged to Mike is John Mantle, and then it bridged to John Mantle is Sham because it's a fucking cat. And the shadow crystal things and like yeah. All right, we're leaving this here. Deltarune and shit, you know, yeah, for today.
Yeah. I need to go eat something. I need to go like take a drive, clear my mind, and come back to this.
Be careful about any speed bumps, alright?
Yeah, I will. Thank you. I'll watch out for any for friends in the road.
Yes.
Trying to steal my eggs.
We will see you guys will be the victim of all your theories were wrong. Goodbye, meme.
Oh yeah, no, we are 1,000,000%. Chapter 6 is gonna come out and it's gonna start with like Sham getting killed off, and we're gonna be like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty confident that even if they aren't the same, there's some shenanigans. Sham cannot be trusted. I do not trust Sham anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Dark yet darker. What do you two think?
Yeah, all their that's the thing. My theory about how in chapter 6 when you get the pure crystal, somehow they're going to incorporate the what do you two think, and that's going to be their last line of dialogue. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Okay. One last Gaster reference before shit hits the fan.
Yeah. One last gas reference before we end the fucking like podcast.
Yeah.
As a send-off, we have to. Still poisoning us. Look at him. Still here.
They're still there.
Yes.
That's how it all started, right here.
Yeah.
This is how it all started.
Exactly.
Was this stupid? The other day when we were getting this canvas set up, Tim was just like, "No, just wait. You're gonna see it. Just wait." It's just slowly erasing it until eventually I was like, "Oh my god, it's Gaster's fucking face."
Yeah.
This stupid game. I don't even think this is intentional, but like, oh my god, it's just he's everywhere.
I mean, look, the Guardian
The Guardian,
Deltarune.
sure.
Gaster
you
face.
can see the Guardian.
And boss.
That one I feel like has to be somewhat more intentional.
Yeah. Yeah, if that happened, like already, like, you know, with a gaster, like hidden in the thing. Yeah. Wait, I'm turning to sense. Whatever, you get what I mean. Anyway. Oh, there we go. Wait, what? Wait, what is just the word Titan instead now? There's like the perfect image.
Oh,
and
it's, it's like a YouTube thing.
Oh.
You can see it there.
Oh, there we go, there we go. Yeah, look, boom. This is it. Gaster is here. You know. Yeah, and if it happened now, it's gonna happen. You know, later as well. It's happening.
So funny. I can't believe it, man. I genuinely cannot believe it.
It's not pareidolia. I swear it's not pareidolia. It's not pareidolia. I swear. Anywho,
it's real. It's yeah. He's real.
Yes.
He's real. He's everywhere.
He is. And we've been very rude for talking while he's listening. You know, but
That's true. He's not going to be happy that we figured out that Shamus is strongest soldier.
All right. Thank you, lads, for watching. For those who pulled up to the stream, thank you. Appreciate it. Come,
yes.
Don't forget, I'm with you in the darknet. But don't forget. Oh my God, we need to check out the song eventually. You know, because the lyrics are probably gonna encapsulate everything.
Forget.
But yeah. Thank you for watching, and see you next week, probably.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully
next week we'll have a whole setup, hopefully, and it won't just be rambling. We'll have like stuff going on.
Well,
hopefully.
and
well, I mean, next time we won't have to just scramble to analyze some. Hopefully, we won't have to scramble to analyze some last second patch.
Yes.
And we could just we can go to our regularly scheduled program.
Yes, which we didn't even start.
This was like episode 0.5, I guess.
Yeah. Fucking hell, turf. Okay, yes, I agree. We'll have more stuff. It is gonna be a little bit more, more stuff. You know, it's gonna be. No, I don't know if like it's gonna complete extreme revamp. It's gonna be more, you know. But anywho, thank you for watching. See you next time, and take care, and see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining me, Cherry.
Of course. And, it was very fun.
Yes, I enjoyed it as well. Thank you for lending me your neurons.
Of course, anytime.
But yeah.
Plenty more neuron lending to come.
Yes. Do you have anything to final word to say?
Don't forget. That's my message to you all.
Yes.
Don't forget.
Bye-bye.